Please call me on my if I'm off base. Regardless, I've never really dated black guys that much. And boy.
Hey, y'all, come look at this.
Sorry, I don't date black guys.
I hate it here. Yeah, it really do be like that sometimes. Creep says, down to go for dinner on Thursday, then maybe come over if everything goes well. My boy would be happy to see you. Tongue sticking out emoji. Oh, I can on Thursday. I have a client and then a volleyball game. I'm only free Friday night or Sunday. Who's your boy? Friday works better. My boy equals eggplant. Laughing with tears. Yeah, that doesn't make it any less creepy because you did the emoji, okay? OP says, oh, lol. Not even surprised. Disgusted, just like another one. I thought maybe you had a dog. Would that save this situation for you? I think it's best to exit post-haste. But I don't know, maybe you do want to see his eggplant. I'm in no position to judge. I have a dog too, so you'll meet my boys. Dude, that's painting a really gross picture for me. In this context, that's probably not a great thing to say. So nasty. Would you be down? I bought a new memory foam mattress.
The perfect balance of comfort, support, and optimal sleep temperature. Take it home today, sleep better tonight.
Oh, well, that's the clincher. That really seals the deal, you know? Shout out to memory foam mattresses. Where's my sponsorship, you know? OP says, I didn't really plan to go home with a guy on the first date. First date is just to get a vibe for things typically. No pressure. Otherwise, I feel like there's a lot of pressure. There is. He's a creep. Oh, that's just fine then. We could go to dinner and then have a cute blowy if everything goes well. What the hell?
What? No, dude!
Why does he call it cute? To make it sound diminutive? To make it seem like not a big deal? Because girls like things that are cute? Dude's out here looking for a cute one, okay? He's gotta be real sloppy and nasty. If that's okay. See? Respectfully. We could have a cute blowy. Respectfully. Just like a thank you note. Hope he just says, wow. That is hilarious. Honestly, some chick is gonna fall for this eventually, and that chick is gonna be sorely disappointed because lots of things in this post are just dripping with that tiny pee-pee energy, you know? Like the cute blowy thing, that was the clincher, but he also introduces it as his boy. You wanna meet my small little baby boy? What are you doing out here, dude? He is jacked. That's enough for some chicks, but yeah, the lights are on, but nobody's home. He's a numbskull. I can't waste any more time on numbskulls. We gotta move on. When my friends ask me how the dating scene is going, they're not well from what I've seen. But that doesn't stop me from wanting to see some more. So the guy, Trent, says, it sounds good. See you soon. And then they go out on a date. Hey, step 1 complete. OP says, hey, thanks for planning the date yesterday, but I don't think this will work out. I hope you find what you're looking for. Okay. Tell me why. I paid for everything and you barely ate any of your food and I'm the problem. Yes, just deflect. Were you too prideful on the first date to ask for a doggy bag? Because I'd totally do it. I'd be like, you didn't finish those chicken wings. We getting that to go. Waiter. OP says, Trent, I got a small appetizer for like $12 since I wasn't even hungry. Not sure why you're bringing up paying for it as if it's even a big deal. I mean, you don't know. $12 might be a big deal to Trent. His name's Trent. For God's sake, it sounds like trench, which is like a gutter. How many possibilities can he possibly have in his life? Let's let's be a little bit nicer to Trent, huh? Did you just stand up for him and shit on him at the same time? Yep, sure did. OP says, maybe the reason the last 3 girls you went out with bailed on you is because you're a raging alcoholic. Oh, then the mystery solved. I'm sure chugging 4 large beers in 30 minutes is impressive to your bros, but then proceeding to get loud at dinner, slamming the table, and being all around obvious isn't exactly attractive. I meant obnoxious, not obvious. Yeah, Trent is drinking all of his money is what happened. He went and spent $200 and blamed you for a $12 plate of chicken wings. I'm so glad you saw the signs and got the hell out of there. Trent says, 4 beers ain't even that much. How about you learn to have some freaking fun? Crying, laughing emojis. You psycho bitch. Just the level of deflection. The refusal to acknowledge one's own actions. Even doubling down, he's like, you think 4 beers is a lot? Let me show you how much I can drink. Trent, stop.
To alcohol, the cause of and solution to all of life's problems.
I can't fix this. 4 beers in 30 minutes is a lot. You might be an alcoholic, or at least a binge drinker, you know? Maybe cool it out for a little while. OP just says, okay, well, bye. Yeah, fuck you. Bye-bye. I hope you find what you're looking for. Horse emoji. Or no, I guess that's a donkey emoji. Oh, you mean like she's a jackass? That's a sick burn, Trent. The last 2 struggling alcohol-soaked brain cells are like, let's do the donkey emoji. That'll really drive your point home. Should have been the chicken emoji, because isn't the alternating capital stuff like usually paired with the SpongeBob meme where he's got the dum-dum face on? Anyways, good job on OP for getting the hell out of there. That's all I got to say. Next one. Hey guys, is this a huge red flag, or should I try and recover? If you even have to ask yourself the question, you probably already know the answer. You know that, don't you, OP? He's just in denial. How hot is she? Not hot enough to put up with all this. All right, let's see what it is exactly. Hey, you said you're going to sleep, but you liked my picture that I posted after you went to sleep, which means you were up. Sorry, I have 0 tolerance for people who lie, and I don't want to get hurt later by entertaining such behavior in the beginning. Hence, I don't want to continue speaking to you. Good night, Smiley. Best of luck. Honestly, makes perfect sense to me. She's probably carrying around emotional baggage from some old boyfriend who used to lie and gaslight her back when she was still a trusting person. But another person came in and broke her, and maybe you could fix her, but are you really up for that task? You have to be a man of your word. If you say you're going to sleep, that means you're going to sleep right now.
Listen, my bulky flower, I have an early date tomorrow.
I wasn't asking.
You'll learn to use your words more carefully. You'll learn that words actually mean something. She'll learn to love again. It could be a storybook romance. Of course, we cut out all the fighting, because the fighting part is much more likely than the anything else part with a partner like this. I don't think she's ready for a relationship at all. OP says, here's some context. I matched with this girl 3 days ago, and we were planning to meet on the weekend to go skiing together. The conversation was going really good and seemed like long-term potential. I wished her good night and went to sleep early. I woke up to go to the bathroom late at night and opened Instagram and liked her picture, which she posted late. How do you get back to sleep after staring into your phone screen? I mean, I guess technically it wasn't a lie. Correct, you went pee-pee. Well, if you took the phone, you probably went the other one, didn't you? But either way, yeah, I think that she's the one that's being completely unhinged in this situation. I'd probably, you know, just malicious compliance and text her every time I went to the bathroom. Hey, I'm peeing right now. I thought about liking one of your photos, but then I realized that, you know, that's a big no-no after 10 p.m. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's gonna work out in any way. It is a red flag, a lot of battle damage there. I don't think you're ready. I wouldn't take that shit on. Good luck, OP. Next post. Got this message after a lovely first date. Stung a bit, not gonna lie. We kissed 4 times. 4 times, bro. Are you the first guy that she's done this with? Is the first question that comes into my mind. Because not to rain on your parade or anything like that, but shit, couldn't be me. I don't know where that mouth big and nasty. We went on the date. You didn't win the prize yet. Oh, what is the prize? You'll never know because the expectation is definitely better than the reality. Okay. So OP said to this chick, I completely forgot the name of the neuroscientist that does the podcast. I want to listen to it today while I'm out on my run. I just know that his first name is Albert Lamau, laughing face with tears. She responds, hi there. His name's not Albert, but you were so close. Lol, lol, lol. It's Andrew Huberman. Well, I'm gonna check this one out when I'm going to bed tonight, too. Hey, if you haven't liked my podcast yet over on Spotify or something, please do. Real problem is I need to get some more episodes up on there, but I'll totally do it. I just need the likes first. This is like a pay in advance type of situation. So the girl says to OP, look, I want to apologize for disappearing after our date. I had an exceptionally lovely time with you, but want to be honest that I'm noticing I'm not in a good space to be exploring a relationship right now. Wow, surprisingly mature outlook. It has absolutely zero to do with you. My mental health can be very high maintenance and I need to use my energy to focus on that right now. So I hope you can understand and I'm really sorry and I hope that you'll still listen to Andrew Huberman. Nervous emoji and crying emoji. And OP doesn't include any response or anything like that, which means he took that message with its given intent and was just like, okay, good luck with your mental health stuff. We had a little bit of fun, learned about a new person, and now it's time to move on. I think that's a good way to look at life. Oh, there's also context on this one. Okay. OP says we went on a date on Saturday and it went exceptionally well as per her message above. We spent around 4 hours together and we were holding hands, even kissing towards the end. I even gave her a nice little handwritten note that she asked me to write on a coaster for her. Damn, dude, you're just another notch in the bedpost. Another coaster hanging up on her wall. OP says, I thought, honestly, that I had found the one. We clicked so well, not just on a physical level, but also on an emotional level. Fuck, even our outfits were identical, and she was so easy to talk to. Shit sucks. I'm so bummed out. Just when you thought you found the one, they start pulling away. I was swept off my feet, shaking my head. I'm gonna take a break from dating for a bit because this one does hurt for sure. Sometimes that's how the cookie crumbles. Expectation is the mother of disappointment, OP. Don't be sad that it's over, be glad that it happened, or some other type of platitude like that. Am I helping at all? Probably not, but I've done all I can do. It's not up to you to save her from herself, and at least she's mature enough to realize that, yeah, it's probably not a great time. Do you want to wait around for that? Probably not. You're young, right? Get back out there, have some fun. Meet even more new people. I'll give you the same advice that I gave one of my friends way back in the day when his lady cheated on him, and I was like, you definitely need to break up with her now. And he said, but I love her so much. All I want to do is be with her. And I told him, look, man, you're going to love a lot of people in this world, and that's okay. Not all of them are meant to be there forever. You had your time, you move on. Every time you listen to Andrew Huberman, you think about kissing her at the laundromat or wherever the hell you were. I don't know why it would be at a laundromat.
Thank you. I could not have done this without you.
More clothes in the dryer?
I know why. Let me tell you kids about your laundromats with your 5 speed orgasm inducers hiding their shame inside the laundry room. No, back in the good old days we had hand crank washers that required a bit of elbow grease and some finesse. You want that spin cycle going, you've got to work for it. Just like you've got to put in some effort to get the sparks flying in the bedroom during the intimate times. You kids just soft and lazy is what it is. Try out your hand crank washer. Go ahead, crank it all day for all I care. Let me tell you, the satisfaction of a job well done, oh, it's gonna be worth every minute. Wow, that was really elucidating. Okay. Cool, can I leave now? Yes, please go, I'm very tired. Okay, I guess we're moving on. This OP says, I told him I didn't want to bang on the second date. Oh, he got past the first one, he thought he had it locked down.
Your little pussy belongs to me.
That's hilarious. Did you have a nice weekend? OP says, yeah. I don't think we should see each other again. You suggested going back to my place, even though we've talked at length about the whole intimate thing. I'm really not into that being so casual. Then he exchanges pleasantries before saying, it's your call, but first, I didn't say we had to go to your place to do it. I didn't say that at all. Okay, then you tell me what else it could possibly imply. Do you want to have a slumber party? I made popcorn. Secondly, I don't like girls who make rules right off the bat on me because of their previous relationships or experience, or I might call mistakes and apply that on me. What leap in logic is this? He's really trying to flip this back around. I didn't openly ask you if you wanted to do it. You inferred that meaning, and it's your fault for being such a whore. For your previous experiences. Oh my god, dude. This is, it's ambrosia, it is, but it's also really terrifying. I'm sorry, Min, but I'm a high-value man, and if the other guys you had in the past were trash, I'm not. And we all definitely believe you because you definitely said it. That's all the proof I need, not the actions that you just took. We'll just take your words over the actions you've shown me. So, up to you. I don't mind hanging out and seeing where things would go, but I will not allow you to manipulate me the way you want. See, he's really just trying to flip it all back around. You know where you wanted things to go. I wonder who he gaslights in his life that just lets him get away with it like this. Probably his parents. Stupid parents raised the dumbass kid. OP does the smart thing, doesn't even respond or try and defend it. Just laughing emoji and thumbs up. Were you joking with me? Or what? I don't understand. I'm confused. I know you are, son. I know you are. I don't know who he thought he was fooling in the moment. Maybe he did actually, respect the boundary, wouldn't have tried anything weird, but on the second date, are you really gonna trust somebody? Hell no. Not if you got a brain in your head. I got a brain in my head, definitely. Big, smooth brain, so pretty. Anyway, let's move on to another post. How do I respond to this? These are always hilarious to me. How are we this terrible at interacting that you want somebody else to do it for you, essentially? So OP matches with the chick. It says, hey, you probably get this a lot, but how come no socials? And she says, honestly, in the most respectful way possible, if you're even asking the question, I don't think you'd understand my answer. Oh, you're just way too fucking deep, aren't you? I don't use social media because it's so bad for you. It can be, I guess. There's a fine line. But let's be very clear that your personal choices do not make you better than me. This is like neo-veganism. Like, I abstain from social media. Best decision I ever made. Best decision I ever made. You know, I think about it sometimes, you guys. I think about walking away from YouTube completely. Just go raise chickens and ducks and rabbits and enjoy my years. But then I remember this really cool meme that I saw one time, and Smooth Brain's like, yeah, get back on there. And then we see more things like that. Go!
Let me tell you something.
Anyway, condescending woman continues. Technology definitely serves a purpose, but when it comes to social interaction, it's nothing but harmful. That's my opinion. Oh, you got bullied on the internet when you were younger, huh? Now you're just completely terrified of social media? It's okay. The vast majority of social media out there is just not worth a damn at all. But I don't know what I'd do without my parasocial YouTube relationships. She says, and nobody has ever asked. Typically people reaching out tend to agree with that sentiment and tell me something similar or along those lines. No better feeling than being off the grid and just experiencing life as it is without the need to post a photo for validation. You should try it sometime, winky face. My wife and I basically never take photos of anything that we do. We're very, very terrible about it because, yeah, we do like to live in the moment. But then there's a whole lot of downtime that could be spent, you know, farming content or, well, no, yeah, basically just farming content or wasting time. I guess that is the downside of that fast-paced social media type of lifestyle, you know? You have to monetize every second of the day or you're not really living, when the reality is you're giving up those moments by trying to monetize them. My wife and I have shared some beach vlogs and things like that over on our personal channel, Mr. and Mrs. ReddX, but I don't think people need to be included in absolutely everything that we do. Because yes, sometimes it is nice to just be like, okay, we're here. It's now. All I have is this moment and I don't want to give it away to anybody, you know? God, that got awful philosophical. Definitely not trying to say that I agree with this chick, but you know, all things in moderation, right? As far as OP's question, how do I respond to this? I don't know if you're ready to respond to this. Let's see what the comments have to say. Top commenter, Boner Jams. Nice. Tell her you posted your conversation to a social media platform looking for advice. Yeah, the thread's basically over at that point. What else needs to be said, dude? Yeah, I don't think you're cut out for all this, OP. She might have matched, but she definitely ain't the one. You're too different, but still good luck out there. Next. This one's for all you short kings out there. So-and-so liked your photo. Morning, Katu. How was your weekend? Hey, John. I think you're too short for me, but what's the book you're writing? Dude, what a bitch. Can I steal your book idea? Also, you're short. Get out of my inbox. OP says, the book is called Don't Like My Profile If I'm Too Short for You. Pretty sure I have a bestseller on my hands. Touche. Yeah, whatever. Nobody cares. To even call this a battle of wits would be demeaning to the word battle. This is a massacre. It's not touche. It's, oh, I'm sorry. I must look like a dumbass. Let me get the hell out of here. And I would appreciate it if you did, madam. I probably wouldn't even call her madam, honestly. But I am pretty curious about the book that OP's writing. Do you possibly need an audiobook narrator? Because we can do that too. I don't have to interrupt things every sentence. That's just how I choose to do it in my own personal time. Anyway, let's move on, see what else we got. This poster provides us with the aftermath of my first Tinder date after a year out of the game. Why were you out of the game for? I mean, that's your own personal business. But the fact that you called it aftermath is a little foreboding, you know? She says, make it home okay? He says, almost, yeah. I just got off at the stop, and I'm gonna go by to give my friend who's gonna house sit for me a spare set of keys. She says, oh, yeah. I've been down there a few times when I lived down that way. Don't get stabbed. Laughing emoji.
Let's be careful out here.
Good one. OP says, lol, I'll try my best. Yeah, it's pretty much the dive bar final boss, but I'm a degenerate, so I go there pretty often. Huh, did you have a good time? OP says, yeah, I had a great time. Thanks for the recommendation and the great conversation. I definitely want to set something up for when I get back, if you're on board for it. Well, this seems like a normal conversation so far. Where's the train wreck? How are we supposed to have aftermath if we don't first have a train wreck? I demand it.
I demand entertainment.
The chick says, okay, well, gotcha. I did have a good time, but I want to be upfront as possible. Upfront as possible. And I hope this doesn't make me sound like an a-hole, because that truly is not my intention. And please call me on my if I'm off base. Regardless, I've never really dated black guys that much. And boy.
Hey, y'all, come look at this.
Sorry, I don't date black guys.
And when I matched with you, I thought, hey, he looks like we could really hit it off, and I got curious and wanted to try just to see what happened. Dude, these are all inside thoughts, you know? Why would you say that to another human being, that you just wanted to try them out? I was trying to taste every flavor of the rainbow. I don't know what you want from me. You're entitled to do it if that's really what you want to do. I don't know why it would be, but the only prerequisite is that you try not to denigrate anybody in the process, okay? It's a really low bar, but we could just start there and see where it goes. Just wanted to try and see what happened. And OP says, yo, where's this going, Lamau? It's such a great response. What the fuck you telling me all this? She says, and I decided to give it a try to see how I would vibe with something different. And I think we did vibe, but more like on a friend vibration, if that. And I really hope you understand. This is something brand new for me, and I definitely want to keep in touch. What are you talking about? OP says, bro, I could appreciate if you weren't into me, but I'm not your racial guinea pig. See? You're not gonna make any friends saying shit like that. I guarantee you she's got BLM on her profile. And then she's like, I don't know. I just wanted to see what it was like to be with one of you people. You people?
What the is wrong with you?
Oh boy. But no, yeah, go off, OP. He says, you agreed to meet up with me because you wanted to try a black person. I hope you can appreciate how wild that sounds. It is absolute insanity. TikTok, social media, it really does have some people fucked up, doesn't it? The girl replies, in no way am I a racist. And see, this is why I was hussy to bring it up. Oh, Freudian slip there. You're a hussy, a harlot, a streetwalker. I just wanted to be upfront and tell you how I see things with us moving forward. I didn't mean hussy, I meant hesitant. Wow, typo. Yeah, quite the Freudian slip, wasn't it? And if you really do have to preface it with like, I'm totally not racist, but you can see why, you know, I'd be a little more skeptical towards that. OP just says, Lamau, I didn't say you were racist, but you could be more tactful. Or, to be honest, you could have just said, sorry, we're not a match. I've done that plenty of times. Yeah, that would be the normal human thing to do. We don't really need to elaborate any more than that. But now this crazy chick is off just chasing rabbits, not following the conversation at all. I've lived with and around black individuals my whole life, so please don't get the idea that I'm some racist. I think it's acceptable to have preferences, and if we're not on the same page about that, shrug emoji. I think it's a stretch to even be like, this is just about preferences. You were out there trying to taste every flavor of the rainbow. That has nothing to do with preference. Or maybe you're trying to find your preference, and it wasn't that. Damn, OP. He was out there batting for the whole team. And he dropped the ball. OP says, please miss me with that my best friend is black talk. You didn't have to bring that up at all. Really, she did. The fact that she did is hilarious to me. She just strikes me as like really ditzy and dumb and doesn't really think about things before she says them. Girl continues to defend herself from the dreaded R word and says, and like, if we were talking about radical honesty in the gay community, I feel like we should be able to give and receive feedback with an open mind and heart. Oh my God. This OP's a gay dude? I guess that explains some of the hypergamy, doesn't it? It's really indefensible what you said, so, you know, just apologize or don't and be done with it. Because this whole situation, it's gonna end either way. At least have it end on your own terms. OP says, feedback, huh? Yes, feedback, huh? Your feedback is that you don't want to date me because I'm black. Literally, how would you like me to respond or react to that? See, this is what I'm talking about. You're making people feel uncomfortable in their own skin for no reason whatsoever. You can have a preference, you either like that or you don't, but you don't get to play around. Experiment and decide, or I mean, I guess you do. But probably don't announce that as your sole intention, especially if it doesn't work out. So Crazy Person says, laughing emoji to your feedback is that you don't want to date me because I'm black. Literally, how would you like me to respond to that? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I'm seeing more and more that I may have dodged a bullet. Oh, yes.
The impudence, the audacity, the unmitigated gall.
You're definitely the one dodging bullets here. What a ridiculous thing to say. Leave it all to a blank type to make it all about race. Bet you're a blank poster too. Blank poster? The only fill in the blank for poster that I know is shit poster. But that word's way too long. Whatever. OP responds, made it all about race? You are the one that made it all about race. Yes, again, objectively true. Fam, you are really rude and also apparently psychotic, and that's not the vibe that I got at all from you literally 30 minutes ago. And what the hell is this blank type bullshit? And how is it supposed to be an insult in the first place? Just please leave me the hell alone. Lose my number. Yeah, I think we all need to calm down and regroup a little bit. Chill out, smoke a L. Breathe in deep because it's gonna be fine. I know he called you the naughty R word and he alluded to calling you another word that people don't like very much. Can't we just agree to disagree? Nobody's gonna win at this point. Crazy Dude says, I brought up my position and you're attacking me for it and blowing it way the hell out of periodic by claiming I don't like you because you're black. That's not what I said, and you know it. You said you wanted to try a black guy and that you really have more like friend vibrations or something like that. Could you possibly admit to yourself that some people might find that the least bit offensive? You're entitled to not care whether they're offended or not. Walk away from the whole situation and just be like, whatever, die mad. But do acknowledge that what you said is offensive, at the very least. He's not going to. And OP says, nah, I'm done with all this. Sad emoji to nah because I'm done with this. They gotta type the whole thing out to do the reply, probably because on Android. That relates to the 4chan green text video that we did just the other day, and the Android text is green. Are you connecting the dots here? Me either. OP says, I'm not attacking your position, bro. I'm just saying you need to try and watch your language. It's okay to experiment, but don't talk about people like they're disposable things that you can just try. That's fucked up. 100% it is. Once again, you can totally do it, but like I said when we started this post, you never say the quiet part out loud, okay? Crazy person says, I figured as much. I never said anything about disposable. It's like we're not having the same conversation. Best of luck out there, especially being this sensitive. I mean, people do have the right to be sensitive. You have the right to disregard their sensitivity. That's how the world works, and it all spins round and round. But they just want to joust at each other before they part ways. Looking like a two-player session of genital jousting out here. OP says, best of luck to you too, baby girl. Don't let the door hit you Confederate ass on the way out. Kissy emoji. Yep, now we've devolved into the name calling, and you know what comes after that. Once you've tweaked his nipples just a little bit, I'm pretty sure he's really going to step on the gas. And he says, and for the record, I said I wanted to continue talking and trying to be friends, but you ruined it. Lol. Die in a freaking fire. You triggered blankety blank blank. OP says, you too, honey bun. Clown emoji, heart eyes emoji. Didn't that crazy person say, like, yeah, it's okay to call me out if you think I'm off base? Yes, you're off base. And he's like, how dare you? I've got black. I can't possibly be off base because I've known black people before. Not in a biblical sense. That's why I brought you here, because I wanted to try you. And yeah, I could definitely see why OP's offended. You're right, he didn't say anything about disposable and such, but subtext matters a whole lot. I guess all we can really do is be glad that the mask cracked away as quickly as it did, and, you know, lesson learned. We gotta move on to the next. This one's called Wild Tinder Shenanigans. Oh, you know I love me some shenanigans. OP says, you, not us, lol. Whatever. Tinder date says ETA is 7 minutes. I'm here. OP says, I'm coming to get ya.
Let me get your ass, boy. Let me get it.
And he got her all right, because the very next reply is, my fear is that the condom is inside me, because apparently that could happen, so I'm gonna go to urgent care tomorrow to investigate.
You what?
What, did it go well? Well, yes and no. What do you mean no? Oh, I gotta go to the urgent care tomorrow. Really? Maybe I should date him too. I'm just gonna move my hands apart like this and you tell me how big. Oh my god, you bitch. No, really all this is pretty gross to me. Hookup culture L's and such. But again, I'm morbidly fascinated. Dude doesn't even really care at this point. He's not like, let me go with you. He just says, oh god, okay, well, please keep me posted. I will. I'm sure wherever it ends up being, all will be well. Lol. Yeah, who hasn't lost a rubber in the Coochie Canyon before, you know? It's just a normal Friday night. Dude says, haha, okay, good luck. Update, so gross, but I got it. It was, in fact, inside. Oh, God, at least the mystery is solved. Bro, quit pretending like you give a fuck with these half-sentence replies. He's like, I hit, time to move on. Like, I'm glad you didn't die from sepsis or whatever, OP, but I don't know, just take a good look at your life and think about if this is really the way you want it to be. I know it's not. Even through these few texts, I can see you reaching out for a human connection of some sort. But this really ain't the way to get it. At least not in my experience. OP does add some context here saying, lol, women and men alike, please take my wild and gross experience and keep in mind the next time that your rubber goes mysteriously missing during a Tinder hookup and the man accidentally finishes inside because neither of you realized that the rubber was gone. And then you both laugh nervously together and look everywhere for it, but it's literally nowhere to be found, and you can feel each other becoming a little suspicious of the other because those things don't tend to disappear. Just imagine being that intimate with somebody that you're still suspicious of. It's like, so out of my realm of experience. I have to know and trust you completely before that's ever gonna happen. But I guess I'm just a dinosaur now, a relic, different days and times. You kids do whatever the hell you're gonna do. With any luck, I'll be out of here within the next 30, 40 years. But you guys both decide to just let it be and call it an unsolved mystery until the next day when you're telling your friends the story. And they say, hey, the rubber's probably inside. And you say, what? And then you try twice to see if it's there, but find nothing. And then your friend suggests a certain position for the search. And then on the third try, you find it. You find it inside yourself and take it out after it being there for almost 24 hours. Be careful out there. It's a crazy world. Yeah, some real fucking life advice you got to offer there. Try not to get any rubbers trapped inside yourself. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll be real careful about that. Was he just trying to rock the Magnum rubbers, but he didn't have a Magnum dong? It's been known to happen once in a while. There's also the possibility that the rubber was the perfect size and OP was just, gripping like that it ate it all up. But I'm pressing X to doubt on that theory for reasons that I refuse to elaborate on. It is indeed a wild Tinder shenanigan, and I am so grateful to not be a part of it. This is insane. I need one more post to clean the taste out my mouth. Here we go. Was this too harsh after waiting nearly an hour at a restaurant? Waiting? Okay, sure, but did you wait though? Were you waiting at the time? I need you to elaborate. Dude says, so this isn't a brush off, I promise. I somehow lost my keys. I'm trying to find them right now. And she says, lol, what? What do you mean, what, bitch? I said I lost my keys, but it does also show just an extreme lack of preparation. Hopefully I'll find the soon, and I will leave once I do. OP says, it's all good. Don't worry about it. Damn, she's on to the next already. That's the trouble with this online dating game, fellas. She got 100 options at her fingertips. You need to make sure your stuff is on point. That's also why these ugly, raggedy-ass bitches walking around like they're 9s and 10s. Again, video for a different day, I guess. Dude says, this is insane. I've completely flipped my apartment. And she says, I left. Have a good night. I literally just found them. I could head down there now, but I understand if you don't want to. Sorry, I made other plans. Thank you. Yeah, thanks for nothing. I mean, literally, yeah, he did lose his keys. Was it too harsh after an hour of waiting? I mean, maybe a little bit, but it serves as a good life lesson, doesn't it? And honestly, it wasn't even that harsh. You didn't call him names or anything. You're just like, I'm out of here. Have a good night. Thank you. Very cordial. I'm going to give all of that a pass. Again, OP elucidates in a comment. He was a nice enough guy, great conversation over the last few days, but after feeling rejected, I immediately told someone about what had happened, and they offered to come out ASAP. Am I the asshole for not canceling my new plans when he finally found his keys? I mean, you had a white knight galloping to your rescue. Was it all that you dreamed? I probably don't see much of a future with somebody who can't keep track of their keys. It's a pretty crucial item in your life. So I don't know. I probably wouldn't be down to make a second run at it either. Great, we connected. Well, you know what? You connect with a lot of people. Not all of them are meant to be there forever. Didn't I say this earlier in the episode? I think I did. And you know what that means. Asian Girl says, my most controversial opinion is, as long as you're not producing children, there's nothing objectively wrong with getting with your siblings. The one that got away. Do you thumb crack XX? Smoke. Yeah, that's a new one. I do not. Oh, can you unmatch me, please? Gladly. Farewell. She was looking for something rock hard, but not the thing that you think it was. This next one's kind of smooth, though. I don't smoke weed, but I do think weed. Think weed, huh? Yeah, I think we'd look good together. You know what? This probably isn't going to go anywhere, and I wasn't going to really respond, but that was really good. It's rather simple, and sometimes those are the best. Big tits for a slim girl. Bold opening for a mediocre dude. The birds are so sick today. Tinder really is just the lowest common denominator, and I love to view it under a microscope. This user says, guess I'm unhinged. Well, yeah, you too. She says, want to grab dinner or drinks and see if we vibe? I don't drink, lol. It's about a strange diet. Okay, how about tea and a walk or anything else public where I can feel relatively safe? Are you afraid of me? You're starting to be. I live in a society where Native American women disappear silently. I'm always cautious when meeting someone new. Pfft, lol, I'm good then. You sound unhinged. Okay, if wanting to meet in person for safety makes me unhinged, then you're probably not going to meet any sane women here. Is it opposite day and nobody told me? Saddest thing is that guy's probably going to be on Tinder for a long time and wondering why. Oh well, I'm not equipped to fix it. This OP says, this is why I don't text first anymore. Hey, how are you? Boing.
Sound of my erection.
Do you like adult cartoons, perhaps? It's probably not the best opener, but it is bold. I'm gonna give him that. This user says, she wanted to hook up again, I didn't. Holy coping mechanism. Oh, so we got an r/nice girl lurking in the r/Tinder today. If given the opportunity, would you want to experience that again? Why do you ask? I'm just curious. Oh, she's more than curious, but it'll all be unveiled soon enough. OP says, I think I need to figure out what I want, and it's not something that's really been on my mind lately, and I don't think it's fair to anyone if I'm in a state of limbo. Also, did you get a new phone? I thought that this was originally spam. Something tells me she's the type of chick that goes through a lot of burner phones, you know? Who said anything about dating? If you're not attracted to me, you could just say that. I won't be offended. She will be offended. Probably don't say that unless you're trying to offend her. Or, quite simply, just don't give a shit about offending her. Which is the point that I'm at in my life, and that's a beautiful thing. OP says, no one said anything about dating, haha. Well, your response was a bit dramatic, so I thought you were overthinking it. No, you're overthinking it. What the hell are you even talking about? OP says, well, what I'm saying is that if I'm looking for something long-term and also doing this, then that doesn't put a good taste in my mouth. Oh, she got VD, is that what that is? No, but really, if you're looking for something permanent, they're probably not going to like that you're booty calling on the side. Is it technically illegal? No. But I'm the type of person that consider the morality of things like this, and it seems like OP is too. He's a good guy. She's the one that's playing all these mind games and being like, well, maybe I'm interested. You just have to come and see. How about I don't give a shit if you're interested? How about come correct or don't come at all? Literally in some cases. Anyway, she says, oh, are you dating someone seriously? And he said, no, I'm not seeing anyone. She said, so you have no prospects, which makes this a moot point, lol. Yes, you're not physically engaged in coitus right now, are you? Then it's a moot point. He says, yeah, but the way I see it, it isn't the same way that you see it. Not that anyone is right or wrong. And of course, I'm attracted to you. I feel like that was pretty clear. OP pretty on point, but she asks, so what's the real reason? Yeah, that is the real reason. Haha. How come you're asking me if I want to experience that again? This is all so tedious. How long are you guys gonna beat around the bush? You might just be looking for different things, and that's okay. We had a sweating, disgusting night together, and now it's time to move on. Maybe it was good, but yeah, I don't imagine one-nighters generally are. Where's the emotional connection? I guess you could build it over one date, but yeah, hasn't ever happened for me like that. Anyway, she says, you feel guilty for sleeping with someone that you're attracted to? Yeah, who told you not to do that, OP? Jesus or something? You must be stupid. Yeah, I just live by my own set of morality, if that's okay. I didn't think it was hurting anyone. And she's like, well, it wasn't until I wanted to bang you, and now it's inconvenient, so you need to throw everything you believe out the window. This is really going off the rails. OP says, no, I'm not saying I feel guilty. The train of thought doesn't even make any sense. Ha ha. We can stop with the ha ha thing now, I think. You can already see a couple of her wires getting all crossed up. She's amping up for a full nice girl meltdown, isn't she? Guess we'll see. OP says, I'm saying that if I was sleeping with someone I'm attracted to, but was also looking for a connection elsewhere at the same time, that wouldn't sit well with me. Also, about to be in the air in a few minutes. Hell yeah, airplane mode. I lie about that shit every time. As far as my contacts are concerned, I'm in the air more than Taylor Swift. She says, and you said you aren't dating anyone, so it sounds like you're not looking. At least not successfully. See that shit right there? You think you're gonna neg me back into this? Forget about it. Always going for the cheap shot, like I'm too dumb to see it. OP says, no, but I'm talking to someone right now, as innocent as that is. I wouldn't call it dating, and obviously the chances of it working out are pretty slim, but if I was doing both, then that wouldn't sit right with me, even if it isn't seen as wrong or whatever. I like this OP, just standing his ground. Here's the thing I believe. You don't believe the same thing? That's fine. But you don't need to fly off the handle about it. You don't need to pull your whole ass out. What are you doing? She says, let's both be honest with ourselves here. It's not gonna happen. No one's ever gonna want to date you seriously. From the brief experience I had with you, I can tell you, you won't make a great long-term partner. You're not that attractive, you have no social skills, you barely have a personality, and you're not successful enough to make up for any of those shortcomings. Yeah, she's trying to sell it like she's doing a favor for you. Fuck out of here with all that. I'll see you a decade down the road. Me with a queen, you living in a house full of cats. Oh, I can see it right now. And she says, you don't even know how to be affectionate with a woman, and you're a grown man. Yeah, some of us are a bit more guarded about that type of thing. I think they used to call them prudes, but it's a rarer and rarer breed nowadays. She continues her nice girl rant, saying, your long-term goals are mediocre, and the most that you could offer to anyone is a few free meals and consistent intimacy while getting to know them. Are you just really laying it all out here, huh? Women's standards in society will continue to increase, and men like you barely reach the current standard. So, do you really see a woman choosing you over all her other options? Yes. All I need is the one. You can convince yourself that you're holding out for something special, but the deepest connections you'll probably ever foster are with your fellow losers on your Discord chats. Hey, join the ReddX Discord if you want. There's a link in the description. Perfect plug. Absolutely flawless. A lot of my friends do live in there, though. But feel free to maintain your moral high ground if that makes you feel better about not actually having any options. She's so hurt. She's so hurt that she was refused. It's Ambrosia. Yeah. I said fly off the handle. She flew to the moon. Maybe you should move back to Kentucky or whatever trailer park you're from and try to find a woman there who will actually think you're impressive. Did you get my last message? Yep. Appreciate the kind words, lol. I hope you know I meant them because they're true. Sounds to me like you mentioned a bunch of temporary situations that I'm currently in. Social skills and personality can be developed. Attractiveness, well, that's basically completely subjective. As far as the lack of affection or whatever, yeah, he would probably be affectionate for a person that he's in a committed relationship with, since that's what he's looking for. I think it's time women learn how to take no for an answer. Because, yeah, this does happen a lot. In the single days, I had a few different girls ask me to go home on the first date, and I said no. And you know what happened every single time? Got called a gamer slur. Yeah, okay, I'm totally gay, and it's your fault. Dating really is just a mess. We can point fingers back and forth at the other side all day. But I think, collectively, we just need to get our shit together. Can we work on it, please?
Get it all together and put it in a backpack. All your shit, so it's together.
This OP says, we had a date planned this Saturday, and he ghosted after a selfie. I don't understand. It was easy to get ready, I didn't do anything, I'm about to get ready for a concert.
Workout was sick. My titties are pumped. Who are you seeing?
And she said, this band's called Eminence, and sends a selfie.
That's sick. Have fun.
Thanks. How's your night?
Just read the laws of power. I don't actually read the book, I just sit here and hold it like this a lot. He says, I'm just doing some reading before bed. How's the concert?
And she said, oh, I heard of that book. How is it? Slightly sociopathic, but helpful, I guess, as long as you don't take it too far. Then OP says, that was one of the best concerts I've ever been to. The violin was beautiful. Good morning. Hope you had a good day so far. Oh, he ignored you for one day, put you on the back burner for a little bit. Don't get insecure about it. It's either that or he died, which, you know, that happens too. But probably it's gonna go just fine. I checked the profile looking for an update, but there's nothing here except a post that says, no, I don't have an OnlyFans and never will. And to that I say, good for you. Nobody ever regretted not having an OnlyFans. Anyway, yeah, if you read the book, you'd know that this is part of it. He's displaying his power, you see. Now it is you who is chasing me. Wow, cool, awesome, good for you. I'm not really interested anymore. Oh my god, this next one, huh? Asian girl says, my most controversial opinion is, as long as you're not producing children, there's nothing objectively wrong with getting with your siblings. Dude, this is... yeah, it's fairly controversial. I don't agree. It fucks up the entire family dynamic. If it happened in your own household, I'm deeply apologetic for it. If it didn't happen in your own household, well, then you probably don't know what the fuck you're talking about and should stop encouraging degeneracy like this. But hey, that's just how I feel, I guess. She's a maniac. I'm swiping left. I think left is no, right? Who cares? Next post. This user says, this is a red flag, right? She says, I don't know if I could do Game of Thrones again. The last couple seasons were so bad, but I'm down for this White Queen show. I haven't seen that yet.
Oh, true me. I hated the last few seasons. It was terrible. And yes, let's do the White Queen. I have so many Philippa Gregory books. She's the one behind the White Queen. I'm gonna get you so hooked on the White Queen and then the White Princess.
Yes, then we can both use it as a central tenet of our personality. Our entire relationship can be based on something that somebody else made. Are you depressed yet? But OP looks at it positively as she says, you are so delightfully nerdy. And he says,
oh, I am, lol.
I don't know if I see the delightful part quite yet.
Well, hope you have a nice day.
OP says, I'm crocheting my Easter gifts and listening to a podcast about the plantagenets. And he says, cool. I gotta brush up on my history knowledge. I didn't even know who they were previous to today, so what are you up to? Plantagenet was a royal house of England which reigned from 1154 to 1485 and provided 14 kings. I googled it, so now we all know. Because I also didn't know previous to today. Dude says,
so how many other guys you talking to on here? Just curious. It doesn't seem like you're too interested in talking to me.
What the fuck? She shared what she's doing with her day. Is it her fault that you didn't know how to engage with that? Why not suggest something different? I guess he did. He suggested that she's talking to other men. Which she might be, but even at this early stage in the relationship, like, what the fuck, man? Yes, it's a red flag, OP. To answer your question, yes. You should have let that be the last message. Just ghost him. But instead, she asks, where is this coming from? And he says,
I just haven't heard from you. You stopped talking. Gave you my number. Had to hit you up just now, or I don't think I'd have heard from you. Just being honest, I mean, it's a dating site. Guess I was just excited. Sorry to have bothered you.
Oh God, and now you're apologizing for it. What?
Stop it. You are only digging the hole deeper, can't you see?
He really can't. She says, we talked all day yesterday, and I don't like giving out my number until after the second date. I was excited about you too, but I also have a life and errands to take care of. I even told my sister about you, and am literally listening to a podcast about the plantagenets because I was excited to learn about your interests. Oh, she picked the podcast because of this dude? She's ride or die for real. That wins so many points. He's missing out on a catch, dude. And he's just like, well, you didn't talk to me 24/7. Yeah, because we're not connected at the fucking hip.
What are you doing?
OP says, for the record, you're the only guy I'm talking to now. I was only talking to one other guy this week, and I unmatched him yesterday. This is a disappointing development. I mean, it is, but also bullet dodge. Dude says, I'm just really into you and want to talk and just felt like you didn't have any interest. Sorry to think that. I'm just used to girls I'm into not being into me. The self-pity. Oh, just pack it in. Please stop it.
I can't handle anymore. You were the first thing I thought about when I woke up. You told your sister about me. Hearts emoji. Wish I was watching docs with you right now, cuddled up and whatnot.
Nah, I think it's a little bit too late to wind this one back, son. Try not to be such a neurotic mess for your next match, whenever the hell that one's coming. OP says, to be honest, it's pretty alarming for you to go off on me for not texting for half a day, and then question me about my dating activity after only 1 day of talking to each other. Yeah, I knew this was early days, but holy shit, man. You hit 3 red flags in a single day? That's insane. I'm a very laid-back person, and often that means I don't require a lot of attention and prefer when a lot of attention isn't required of me. It's good you know that about yourself. I am much the same. I was really excited about you, but we just may not be compatible if what felt like a regular day to me felt like neglect to you. Damn, this OP, like, knows who she is and knows how to articulate it, and, yeah, like I said, this guy missed out on a catch for sure. But oh well, what did we learn? Nothing at all. So I'll move into the next one. This one called Morning Violence. Starts off at 10:28 a.m., starting a chat with woman. She says, wait, are you really 5'3"? And he says, yeah, lol. Aw, good luck, champ. What a bitch. Thanks, I guess, Lamau. You're so tiny, like a little pocket boyfriend. I'm 5'5". I think she's really just excited to be taller than someone. This is so ridiculous. I'm surprised we didn't throw out the weight card immediately. You're 5'5" at like what, 250? OP says, yeah, so that makes you slightly less tiny? I don't understand what you're getting at. She says, sir, you're shorter than my mom. I can pick you up and place you on my hip. I don't do short guys. I thought it maybe was a mistake. Yeah, that's what your parents thought too. And now it's confirmed. See, you gotta go around being a bitch to people. I'm gonna throw it right back in your face. You're 2 inches taller. You're not winning, okay? Pick you up and put you on my hip. Why don't I pick you up and put you on my finger so you can sit on it and spin? You know? Truly a collection of nice girls today. This OP says, was I out of line with my statement? And he says, so what's your preference on meeting? Coffee or drinks someplace public? Maybe a walk in the park? Or are you more about an activity? Traditional dating. No drink dates. I mean, it is kind of traditional to have a drink date first, just to make sure we're not both wasting our time. But I'm not even going to try that angle. You ain't getting a free meal out of me.
Which is exactly what OP says. I've had too many of these situations turn into a free meal and no response. So, respectfully, I think it's best we just wish each other well and be on our separate ways. I hope you find what you're looking for. And of course, nice girl mode.
Yeah! If you can't afford traditional dating, not sure why cheap men clowns expect us to waste our time.
Why? What's got you so occupied? You gotta post another pic of your butt on Instagram there? Is that what's going on now? Because I will tell you immediately that ass is not nice enough to keep you fed forever. OP says, yeah, it's not a fact of not being able to afford it. I'm just prioritizing people who are interested in me as a person, not the vain, materialistic aspects of a relationship. Yeah, you called her out on it. I really like that. Guaranteed she found another dude to feed her tonight like a stray cat. The message probably didn't hit home at all. Went in one ear, bounced around like a DVD logo screen, and flew out the other ear. To answer whether or not you were out of line with your statement, hell nah. I think more dudes could stand to do stuff like this. Anyway, this OP says, I got my first match, and she unmatched me? She said, hey, and OP said, hello, Earthling.
Weird. Buddy, you're weird.
You know what? It's not a great start. I must admit. Are you doing one of those cheeky Tinder profiles like, hey, I'm a ham sandwich, everybody. Come and like my profile. Because maybe you're not getting matches because of the alien thing, but maybe you're not getting matches because, yeah, hello Earthling is just... it's a little bit too out there for most people for the first message, I think. Better luck next time. This OP asks, is not having social media a red flag? Not in my opinion. You're probably more well-balanced than most of us. Well, this woman don't see it the same way. What's your Insta? OP says, I don't have social media. Sad face. Red flag emoji, but okay. It's bad for the soul. Wouldn't consider that a red flag. It is bad for the soul, but you can rest assured that she doesn't have one anyways. Throw it in the bullshit pile and move right along, as one does. This OP says, met on the app, dated for a month and a half, back on the app. Well, sorry it didn't work out, I guess. She says, sorry if I seem distant today. I had a lot on my mind and was sorting through some things. I've been reflecting on my feelings and I've noticed my feelings changed. I don't want to lead you on or continue in a relationship that doesn't feel right for both of us. I believe we both deserve to be with someone who fully reciprocates our feelings. I hope you understand and respect my honesty in sharing with you. And OP sort of takes it on the chin and just says, well, understood. Best of luck. Is that really all you have to say?
What more do you want from me?
Yes. What do you want from me? I'm supposed to break down in tears and go chase you around? We went on a few dates. You're not my fucking wife. If that's the case, I must say I'm disappointed in your response and had hoped for better from you. Better from me? What? That is so wild. Literally, what did you expect to happen here? Exactly what I said. You'd break down and be like, no, please, we'll work it out. Instead, he's just like, okay, good, deuces. He got self-respect. It's a beautiful thing. OP just says, look, with all due respect, I don't break up with people over text, so this is new to me. What else would you like me to say? And then she ghosted him, I presume. Ugh, men! Oh no, I didn't do the secret thing that you wanted me to do.
Men, we don't know what we did.
Fucking get over yourself. How about that? I like this OP. Laying it down flat. A lot of dudes laying it down real flat today. You love to see it. This OP says his dating goals aren't on his profile, but mine are. And he super liked OP. And OP says, can the kitten please purr on me and just restock my serotonin levels? And he says, maybe, but she's no longer a kitten. She's a 5-year-old cat. OP says, that's okay. Still a kitten. Haha. A kitten picture's better to manipulate women.
Did you just say the quiet part out loud? Yeah, excuse me? OP rolls with the punches and says, my dog's 7 and he's still a puppy. Well, the manipulation clearly worked on me. Yeah, you're saying it as a joke. I don't know if he is.
I'm glad. But why does your profile say short-term fun, sad face, hookup culture's cringe, and won't make you happy? Short-term gratification has long-term detriments.
Honestly, I'm with that at the very least. Maybe the kid manipulation thing was a joke, but that struck me as really odd. But now he's sort of being based here? Or is this simply another manipulation strategy? I'm not quite sure what to think of it yet. OP asks, then why did you super like me?
Because I was hoping maybe you could change.
God.
Because you're pretty and lovely, so I don't know why you'd want to hurt yourself. Hookup culture hurts everyone.
Again, I do sort of agree, but you gotta let people make their own mistakes, you know? It's fine to say that that's a thing that you believe, but when you're trying to affect somebody else's lifestyle choice, that's where I gotta draw the line. I think, personally, it's not a good thing to do. If you enjoy it, go right ahead. Why is that so hard? OP says, I don't agree, and I don't want to be in a serious relationship right now. I'm sorry. He says,
how does it benefit anyone?
But I can explain the whole shit to you, bro. For you to sit here and talk a stranger out of choices she made, you're wasting your time. OP says, it's stress relief. Yeah, couldn't buy a fidget spinner. You gotta find another way to relieve my stress.
But doesn't that really devalue it a bit? What if you want a partner in the future who doesn't like that you engaged in that sort of behavior? Why be attractive and then be a hoe? It completely ruins it, lol.
Oh, so it's not really about the thing that she likes or enjoys. It's about the fact that you're insecure, that she's attractive and has slept with other people before you. Well, this whole conversation is a moot point anyway, because yeah, there's a barrel of fish that you can't put the monkeys back in. Is that a figurative statement or a literal one? I'm really not sure. OP says, first off, I wouldn't want to date anyone who thinks that of me because I like hookups. And you shouldn't think it devalues women to date however they want. It just makes you look like a spiteful guy who doesn't get any, so he's angry at the women who are. This attractive hoe is not gonna change, especially not for a man like you. Have a good day.
It's not a good thing to be a hoe. It never will be.
Again, I find myself agreeing with the neckbeard. But the difference between us is that I understand it's a personal choice, and he thinks he can talk everybody around.
Won't you have a come to Jesus moment, milady?
She might not, and that's absolutely fine. Or it should be. But this guy's probably going to be coping and seething about it for a long time to come.
Remember that attractive girl on Tinder and I super liked her and she didn't like me back because she's a total hoe bag?
Yeah, cool. That's really interesting, Junior. When are you moving out of the basement? She also didn't really handle it all that gracefully because she's like, I'm doing it with people and you aren't. When it's like, yeah, that's just a choice that some people decide to make. You think you're better because somebody stuck it in? Sorry to inform you, but not the case. Honestly, you shouldn't even wasted the time defending yourself. Like, hey, cool, you think I'm a hoe? Doesn't matter. Nothing you think about me matters. And I think that's a very empowering realization to come to. Way more empowering than laying on your back. Never mind. Damn, bro. There's some choice, spicy moments in this one, let me tell you. Let's see if we can find some more. This OP says, I've barely been talking to her for 2 days, and she sent this today. Oh, the joys of Tinder sometimes. As far as I can tell, it's a swirling hell pit, and I'd suggest staying far away from it, but what do I know, I guess. So she says, what are you doing tonight? Can't see her name, but it starts with an N. It's probably Nicole. OP says, I'm watching the NFL draft and then sleeping for work the next day. Lol. And she says, boring. And he says, nah, it's fun, Lamau. She says, for homos, you could be getting punani. It's disgusting when men do it. It's disgusting when women do it. How do you feel so entitled to another person's body? Tell me that. I don't want to drop everything on a dime and come thrust inside of you, so I'm gay now. Okay, fine. That's fine. Again, doesn't really matter what you think. I don't give a shit how you feel. OP says as much. But the NFL draft only comes around once a year. I could go get laid whenever. Big Chad energy. You'll love to see it. She says, oh, okay, well, you should stick to your plan. And he says, yeah, will do, lol. Sorry. Don't be sorry. She's disgusting. And she ends with, it's cool, there's bigger dongs in the sea. And OP says, yep, you'll be alright. Ha ha ha. Just major Chad energy coming out right here, dude. She's like, I'm gonna go wreck myself with the biggest one you've ever seen. And he's just like, yeah, right. Have fun, I guess. Hilarious. And also a good lesson to prioritize the things that you like over someone who clearly doesn't prioritize you. Because they don't care about the things that you like. They just want you to come over and do the thing with them. Okay, well, if I go and do the thing tonight, then I'm giving up the entire season of my fantasy league. It's never gonna happen, okay? Some people might say lame, and luckily this OP has the Chad energy just to be like, I like fantasy sports. It doesn't matter what you think. Doesn't matter how you feel. This is fantasy football night. A life goal of mine, to donate my body to science so those dork scientists can see what a perfect pair of looks like for at least one time in their lives.
What could a girl have that I... Oh my god, it's just like Dad's!
Why didn't this get a reply? Don't mind me. I'm just walking with my candle. Oh wow, a rock. I hope I don't trip over it. No! Not a book beside a gas can! Fire! Help! If only there were a young, attractive fireman to save me. And recapitate me too, I guess. Yeah, that's why he bailed out on the whole thing, because you messed up the last emoji. Tragic. Or maybe, I don't know, he's a fireman. Are there any brush fires in your area recently? He could just be really tired. He might have been out there all night. I don't think 24 hours to reply is enough. A lot of effort went into this shit. But oh well, can't win them all. Our next post is, what just happened? I think I dodged a bullet here. I'll be the judge of that, but yeah, probably you did. He says, what are you doing next weekend? She says, you'll be gone that next weekend, right? I'm going to the Indy 500, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Oh, okay. Wasn't sure which days. 26, 27, 28, I think. 25, 26, 27. So, really just Friday you have open? So, I'm working on next week's schedule right now. I can hopefully get myself out early Friday. Are you working late next Friday? Oh, I mean, maybe I'm not being clear. I was asking if you had anything going on because I was thinking about asking if you wanted to come, but you're acting really weird about it all. What's weird about it? It's a little communication breakdown. But we don't need to throw the baby out with the bathwater, do we? Maybe it does. I asked what you were doing, told you what I had planned in hopes that you were free, but here you are saying you might only have Friday since I'm leaving, Lamau? You really want your first date to be a 3-day affair? I don't think so. The only alternative to hanging out with this guy is going out and watching the cars turn left for a few hours. I can't do it, man. OP says, I'm not acting weird about it at all. I had no idea you were asking me to come because you didn't say, do you want to come with me? Why would I go through all the effort to let you know if I wasn't trying to see what you were doing and if you're free? I mean, it's a really good way to open up the conversation about somebody being free. Would you like to attend this event with me? Instead, he's going all like stealth ops. I don't think he's even smart enough for stealth ops. OP says, I already knew you were going. I was there when your roommate asked you to go. I would not think that you were asking me to come with you on a weekend trip that you planned with your roommate. I assumed you were asking what I was doing to see if we could see each other Friday before you left. Definitely not the case. Oh my god. He's infuriating to talk to. His IQ is sub 80, I guarantee you that. Okay, well, next time just say, do you want to come, lol? If you're busy, then you're busy. Have fun with those other dates, Lamau. Crying, laughing. The insecurity is just palpable. It leaves a taste in my mouth. Ugh. OP says, that doesn't even make sense. Having plans with other dates? I don't date multiple guys at once. I already told you that, which is why we had a conversation about it when I was over, so I could end all talk with those other two if we only wanted to see each other. I asked if you had plans. You refused to answer. I have no time for drama and games. You're the one playing games. This guy really thought he had it on lock when OP stopped talking to the two other guys. Now he could just be his full, weird, and really, really dumb self. That's exactly what this is. I thought you were interested, but this shit shows otherwise. Oh my god, it's a simple miscommunication. How are you able to function in adult society if you can't just get past it and be like, oh, yeah, maybe I could have worded that better. Jesus. OP says, wow, okay, this would have been much simpler if you just said, these are the dates of the race, would you like to come with me? Like, what the heck? Wow. Okay, if this is playing games to you, a simple confusion over a misinterpretation of a question, peace out! Never have I been so disrespected.
Is disrespectful to you. It is, first of all, it's disrespectful in general to you.
What are you talking about? I was asked, you made fun of me with the lols? Fuck that! Good luck, you need it. Blocking you now. Wow, okay. Good luck with the narcissism and the gaslighting. Guess it makes sense why you're still single. Just one last jab as he walks out the door. I can't blame you for it. This was a very confusing and infuriating post. This was not dodging a bullet, this was dodging a missile. Is he normal? Like, you guys were hanging out in real life. Is he normal in real life? Is he capable of communicating his own thoughts? I'm pretty sure this dude fails to grasp, like, abstract concepts of any sort. I'm sticking with the room temperature IQ, okay? I'm surprised you couldn't tell just by looking into his cold, dead fish eyes. But we'll know for next time. Our next post is titled, Well, That Escalated Quickly.
Hey, sexy lady. Huh? Hello? Whatever, lady. Your nose ring looks stupid. Ha ha ha. Bye.
Wow.
Oh, so now you respond, lol. Don't respond to positivity, only negative. Typical. Glad I know to stay away from you.
The feeling is mutual. What a maniac. Like, okay, you goaded her into responding, but how do you think you're gonna flip it back around from saying the nose ring looks stupid? She probably likes it a lot. I assume plenty of women do. Because kind of sort of secretly, I think it looks pretty dumb too, but it doesn't matter what I like. So Creeper Dude does try to bring it back around and says,
You couldn't handle this, lady. You're just on here playing games. You're not meeting anyone. Stop wasting your time.
You're right. I probably couldn't handle you. I bet some good psych meds and a restraining order could, though.
Aw, am I supposed to feel shameful now, Lamau? You're a joke, lady. And yourself.
Gosh, you must be hurting a lot deep down inside to speak to another human being this way, you know? How long's it been since you had a date, fella? Are you just feeling sad and lonely, that's what it is? You could tell me. I won't use it against you at some future point. I might, actually. Lay your vulnerabilities bare for me on the table so I might shred them to pieces. Thank you so much. But OP was right. That did escalate quickly.
I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
This OP says, I have many doubts and concerns here. This is redacted. She's 36? Yeah, that is 36 minus 20. I'm pretty sure. Not gonna do it. No, sir. Now, this is your life, and you can spend your high school years on Tinder. I guess that's whatever. Fuck it up however you want, but I'm not going to be party to it. Our next post says, I thought it was funny. And there's a tennis ball with some dots, and it's rolling. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. My ball rolled in here by accident. Anyway, so, how are you? Tennis ball's rolling back the other way. Here you go. Have it back. And fuck off. I think he was insulted by it being an accident. Maybe it shows a bit too much ego on his part. But in the future, if you do want to engage with somebody, make it seem like you're engaging purposefully. Okay, we got that one sorted? Great. Moving on. Man severely overestimates his market value. What, is this post about me? Should we grab dinner in blank, though? Why? It's Friday. I'll want to do something. If we get along, why watch Netflix alone when we can make it a movie night? At my place or yours? This is, of course, conditional on you not doing any weird things at dinner, like pulling your eyelashes out and sticking to make your steak. Yours. And that's why I suggested place. There's really nothing in other place. Crying, laughing emoji. Pulling your eyelash, is that like a reference to something you guys talked about earlier? If not, it's really weirding me out. Why would you stick your eyelashes in your steak? What are you talking about? And also, Netflix night, super lame. You want a movie night? Let's go out. Accompany me to the theater. But just watching 3 episodes of Breaking Bad before we start humping on your dirty, blown-out mattress? Nah, I think I'm good. OP says, I don't invite guys to my house. Not until we went out a few times. Ugh, gross. Yeah, sure, feel how you feel. But OP says, why is that gross? No, he's not respected the boundary. The conversation is now over. The guy says, it's just gross because it's so antiquated. OP says, it's really not. He says, your feelers would go up if there's something wrong. Relax. Yeah, just depend on your feelers. My feelers are going up right now, motherfucker. I'm not doing it. I like antiquated things. I like when we couldn't have vaginas delivered to the doorstep after swiping a few times. STD home delivery only in current year. I enjoy courting, goddammit. I think it needs to make a comeback. Forgot to do the old man voice for it, but yeah, my voice is just an old man voice now. OP says, I live alone. I've had more than one guy show up on my doorstep uninvited. I don't mess with it anymore. I knew you were boring. Yeah, not even willing to risk your life or safety to meet an internet stranger? Boring. I think I can live with being boring, actually. OP says, okay. What's wrong with your house? Ooh, let me guess. He lives with mommy. No, wait. There's piss jugs everywhere. Ooh, no, it's both. He says, I agree with that. People showing up uninvited when you're not on that level is always strange. I live with a female roommate. It's just about respect. Dude, it says mom. 100% it says mom.
You really think someone would do that? Just go on the internet and tell lies?
Just be real with me. OP just says, okay, then pass. I didn't think you'd be that closed-minded, but okay. Closed-minded? You don't want to do it at yours, I don't want to do it at mine. I guess we're not doing it. I was open to the probability at one point, but yes, I guess now I have closed my mind. Alright, take care. Yeah, you too, dum-dum. Oh, it's not over yet. I'm just curious. Why judge me so hard for my living circumstances? I'm not judging you for renting. I'm trying to get out of this situation. Oh, man. Just say it's your mom. Say it's your mom. You can admit it. You can tell me. I'm not going to use it against you at some point in the future.
Say the line, Bart.
I live with my mom.
OP says, look, I'm not judging you. Well, it's not like I can up and move today to appease you for tomorrow, nor would I could if that was your demand. That's him just trying to maintain some shred of dignity. You can't tell me what to do, OP. And she's like, get on your knees and bark like a dog. He's like, rah, 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 rah. OP says, when did I even say that you needed to do any of that? Did you have a bad experience with a guy who lived with a girl? What the fuck? OP says, you want to come to my house because you have a roommate and call me boring for having a boundary against it. I don't feel like entertaining someone at my house every time to be alone. Okay, I was just teasing you when I said that. Oh, yeah. Whined it all back. It was just for funsies, for reals. And yes, my roommate claims she wouldn't care and that she doesn't have feelings for me, but I know she does. Gross. I, however, feel differently. In the meantime, I just don't need a bomb going off at the house. I'm obviously on Tinder looking. OP says, have you two hooked up? Yeah, of course, but the feeling just isn't mutual. Is this Christian that we're talking to right now? In the next message, he's going to talk about a boyfriend-free girl, isn't he? She needs to be true and honest. And OP says, okay, right, well, that doesn't work for me. That drama, yeah, I'm not at all interested in. Look, I get it. You want honesty but can't handle it. Seeing less guys obviously decreases your chance that you'll find one to nest with, so that's not helping your cause. Nest with? Come here, baby bird, let me fix your broken wing. You have a lot of attractive physical features and desirable communication skills, and your humor's pretty good too. You have all the gifts needed to sway a guy to your side. If you're looking at it as competition, you're actually limiting yourself, especially if the guy's signaling from the boat telling you he's looking to get off. But yeah, you do you. And OP says, okay. Yeah, I don't even know what the hell that last block of text was. I complimented you some, now let me know where your house is. No, I don't think I will. Do you think that OP actually did bang his roommate? Do you think his roommate's his mom? I hope for the answers to that to be no and yes, sequentially. This guy says, we're never making it out. The way to win me over is if you're a little racist. Wow, okay, right off the bat. Which event should we time travel to? January 6th, September 11th, July 2nd, 1776. Definitely July 2nd, 1776. The other ones are too recent. They could get like DNA evidence. 1776, they don't know what the hell DNA evidence is. But yeah, I'm not exceedingly racist. And on top of that, she got the type of face that looks like you could eat an apple through a picket fence. What's with the marionette lines around the mouth, you know? That's what happens when the collagen in your skin loses elasticity. How old is she and how much drinking has she done prior to this photo? I got a lot of questions. Probably not going to get any answers. And sometimes that's okay. This OP says, I laughed a little too hard at this one, lol. A life goal of mine, to donate my body to science so those dork scientists can see what a perfect pair of tits looks like for at least one time in their lives.
What could a girl have that I... Oh my god, it's just like Dad's!
Yes, assuming gravity hasn't already worked its magic. Are you expecting to die young? I'll probably take that way too seriously. Congratulations on the perfect tits. Great replacement for her personality. This woman, I think, is 43. And she says, I'm not paying half the check ever. Okay. You didn't want to tell me anything else about yourself? OP says, hey, I love your vibe of not paying half the check. Super awesome when women are willing to pay for the first date. When are you available to take me out? Winky face. Ha! Never! And he's like, works for me. Hey, you gotta shoot your shot, you know? Could've got a free meal out of it. Could've been a real good time. And you better take me to someplace nice, too. I ain't going to McDonald's or some shit. You take me to the sushi restaurant. We're getting appetizers and tempura and shit. Drinking warm sake. Even if all of that happened, I don't think it would be much fun around this woman. To be fair, I don't know anything aside from what she's presented, but what she's presented seems really angry and bitter. Has anyone ever taken up an offer like this? It reeks of desperation and a bait and switch. Here's Creeper, he's 37, looking for short-term fun. About me, oral obsessive. Yep, nope. Can't do that. Am I great husband material? Probably not. But am I great boyfriend material? Also probably no. I'm the guy you reach out to when you're tired of being let down by selfish men, and you want an eager, greedy mouth that truly adores giving pleasure. God. My skin crawled off. Dude, I hate this. Please don't tell me anymore. He's gonna go on, isn't he? I'm totally addicted to it. And adore going for as long as you can. Not at all expected in return. Don't settle for a quiet night alone when you could have your hand on the back of my head. No strings attached. BBW's very welcome. Now, I don't know if it's just the skeptic in me, but something tells me that none of this is going to turn out well. It is a bait and switch. Come over to my house so I can chain you to my radiator. Let me know where you live so I can throw a brick through your window next Friday. It's not worth it. Even if this was a woman's profile and she's like, I just want to blow you so bad. I'd be like, nah. I don't know you like that. You are a stranger to me. Play with yourself, it's fine. And safe. 250-pound talking stage deposit. If we get into a relationship, you get your deposit back. That's cool. I actually charged $300 to swipe on me, so I guess you just owe me $50 then. OPS, what is the purpose of this sort of humor as a straight woman looking to date men? What if I told you that my life goal is to never let men know peace? I mean, hopefully it's being said in a jokey way. Maybe it's like, oh, good, you have the self-realization to realize that you can be annoying sometimes. Although I don't think that's how it's meant. It's a gotcha. It's a get-out-of-jail-free card. That way, after you've wasted 2 years and you're like, why are you such a nag? She's like, I told you on my Tinder profile. Okay, good. I'm gonna bring the toaster for a bath. Then I'll know peace. This OP says, my mom's in her 60s and joined the dating site for the first time. She received this message today, and I gotta say, I might start using this. I'm so sorry you had to deal with your ex's disease. I'm curious, how long was he deaf, blind, and chronically stupid? Lol. It is actually pretty good. Old people riz right here. Insult the ex. You can never go wrong with insulting the ex. Unless she defends the ex, and then you know to get the fuck out of there. It's a win-win. This poster says, wow, we're really setting the bar. This she-her is an au pair. And her bio says, I need to find a husband ASAP, and this are my requests. Be loyal, if possible. Like me, optional. Be taller than me, I'm 5'2". Know how to cook. Or not, it's fine. So yeah, be taller than 5'2" is basically all it takes. Is she just doing this for the green card or what? She's got some Brazil America flags. Is that the sign of like, I want to go from here to there? Or maybe she's a dual citizen already, I don't really know. Why the hell does she need a husband ASAP? Maybe it's like, you know, her grandpa said you had to be married by this age or you don't get your inheritance or some sordid Lifetime movie plot. I don't really know. But it is super weird. Gotta hit that with the pass. Not specific enough. What's a good response to wanting to hook up with an older woman who matched with me? That's not how it works. Why not? Because you look like you could be my son. My advice for you, OP? Let it go. Put it down. Walk away. Either that or tell her that you can put some sons inside of her if her womb isn't already barren. No, actually, just the first half of that would be good. I'm really fixing this today. We're doing good things. OP says, I thought I'd share a positive parting of the ways. Oh! Actual functional people on Tinder? What the hell? I matched with 2 girls at the same time and engaged in daily chats. After about 2 weeks, I sent this to one. The loser. No, he did say that. I've really been enjoying getting to know you and our chats. It's been so refreshing, so honest and forward, which is why I feel the urge to write this, to continue that honesty, and also because I've already built respect for you. Well, I'd like to think you do it out of your own sense of moral obligation, but okay. Whatever the reason, I guess we take it. I met and built a connection with someone just recently, and it's something that I really want to explore. And it would feel out of my integrity to engage with anyone else right now. I've really enjoyed chatting with you, and I mean that. It's just right now I'm not available to delve any deeper. I hope you understand and know that I send this from the bottom of my heart. She says, oh, that's so sweet of you to write me this, and I really, really like you being so honest about it, so thank you. I really hope all the best for you, and I hope you find what you're looking for. Heart emoji. Yeah, and with this simple action, OP has left the door open for a future relationship if it doesn't work out with current girl. That's the big brain play. Younger me would have juggled them both until it blew up in my face inevitably, but this is this is definitely the healthier way to go. Good for you, OP. Our next OP says, I have no words. Dude, he's 40. Whoa. I'm having a midlife crisis on Tinder. Whoa. Aggressive, confident, personable, intelligent, perfectionist, imaginative, geek, gamer, nerd, trucker. Of course he's a trucker. Just had to throw that one in there, didn't ya? Marry me and get $500 per week, 4,000 annual loyalty bonus, and $8,000 to have my baby. That's 33%. Yes, you're worth 33% of an actual person to me. It's ridiculous. If you were really all that great to be with, you wouldn't be out here on Tinder offering people an annual loyalty bonus. Life is simple. Wake up, cuddle, quickie, shower, eat breakfast, smooch, hugs off to work, come home with money for my honey, eat dinner, cuddle, message, and boink some more. Boink. That's what I used to call it when I was like 8. Yeah, I think they boinked. In between routine, we attend events, buy stuff, mingle, love, laugh, and improve the cycle. Sleep, repeat. I guess the second half is like sorta weird, but not as egregious as the first half. Like, if you date me, I will pay you money. $500 per week. It's weird. Oh wait, it's not dating, it's married. So yeah, even more not worth it. Jesus. If you were that aggressive, confident, and personable, you probably wouldn't have a Tinder profile at 40 years old. I'm just saying. But whatever. Good luck though. I guess I should ask her to come and cook and clean since she's a girl. I'll get back to you on that. OP says, I had one of their burgers. I wasn't good, but I heard their ribs are better. We'll order ribs then. Cool, so when do we go? The bill is on you, so you tell me. Why on me? Because you a guy, and it's our first date. I would tell her to come cook and clean. Maybe for the second day, but I know she wouldn't feel any sense of obligation just like having a dinner together. So okay, you do the cook and clean first, and then I promise I'll pay for a second date even if we hate each other afterwards. I'll just like order you a pizza, DoorDash you something. All obligations are filled, and I don't have to see your stupid face anymore. Wonderful. This OP says, why? We just matched. Words don't describe the level of excitement I feel seeing Nightcore on a playlist. Oh, see, already out the gate. We know he's kind of like, schizo vibes. Or like weird weeaboo. I don't really like Nightcore. I'm leaning more towards hating it, actually. One of the few types of music that I actually avoid listening to. I'm actually crushing on you, and it's 4:55 a.m., Lamau. Well, the sun's almost up. Once it's dawn, you have to stop listening to Nightcore. I'm pretty sure that's the rules.
Also, not gonna lie, you have the most attractive collarbone and knees. It's so wild.
Ugh, keep your fetish away from me.
I want to compliment her physical attributes, but not anything that she's heard before. Collarbone and knees. That's what I'm going with. Well, you're a really weird guy. That's only proven in the next sentence.
You're definitely a glowy psyop. I'm falling for it, too.
Yep, another day, another glowy FBI agent doing psyops in my inbox. Your first message to him should be like, do you own any sort of illegal assault rifle? He'll tell you, then you get the warrant, bing, bang, boom. Or are you not actually an FBI agent? I'm confused now.
Do you have a favorite bird? Oh my god, WTF! You literally are messing with the code on Hinge? What? My last message just turned into your Spotify link. Am I tripping? Stop! No way! I'm talking to the glitch! I took pictures! I have proof! Hear me, CIA! Okay, I'll stop yapping, but I'm freaking out, not gonna lie!
Never, ever respond to this person, ever, OP. It's only going to make your life worse in ways that you can't conceive of quite yet. This individual is not normal, he's not stable, he's not rational. Yeah, thanks but no thanks is what I could say. I was not wrong about the schizophrenic vibes. This OP says, dodge the bullet, but it still hurts to get these kinds of messages. You have a beautiful dog. Well, what kind is it? He's a German Shepherd. He looks like a sweet dog. I just saw that you're in place, and truthfully, it's too much of a distance for me to cover. I don't want to lead you on, and I hope that you can find what you're looking for. Smiley face. Lamau, no worries. I wasn't interested in an out-of-state bum. Okay. Very grown-up way to handle it. I really do appreciate your candor, you fucking slime ball. OP says, I wasn't trying to be rude. I just had more respect for you than to lead you on or ghost you. I hope life and time are nicer to you as they go on. Damn. Hit her with the heater. I know you're hurting inside. And yeah, she is. Life's too short to be a dick. Just be a good person. It's more attractive. And that's from your profile.
Oh, man.
I thought I'd give you a taste of your own medicine.
Wow. You don't have to be hurt. I think you shut her down completely. If she has intelligence beyond that of a potato, she'll be rethinking some things right about now. This OP says, how does a person even respond to that? You liked each other, and OP says, hey, gorgeous, how are you? And she says, fed up of being single. Ex left me for another girl. He cheated on me and used me for sex and lost my beautiful mom suddenly from bleed to brain 9 years struggle so much. We was so close, miss her load, so-called dad, maltreated hot, kicked, punched me, wished I was never born. Yeah, how do you respond to that? Oh, good luck with all that. And then unmatched. I'm not willing to deal with all that shit. Sorry you're hurt. Maybe heal before you start making it other people's problems. What a roller coaster. It was going good until he hit me with good girl. I hate that so much. Yeah, I guess it does have some subtext to it, doesn't it? I fumbled. OP said, no, you didn't. I forgot about this app, Lamau. Toasted bread for peanut butter and fluff is an S-tier move. It's so good. Crunchy's too much texture, though, if the bread is toasted, so I like it for plain bread. Well then, good girl for coming back to me. Hearts emoji. And when's the sandwich date? 'Cause now I'm hungry. And she said, you fumbled with the good girl. Peace emoji. Damn, dip back in just to dip right back out again. Do you think he learned any lesson from it? Because I don't. This OP says, boys, this is how you riz. Thanks, I don't need tips. OP says, do you really go out drinking most nights? And she says, yeah. And he says, can I come with you the next time you go? Ma. Understandable. Have a good day. Yeah, she seemed fascinating. Like there was a lot to actually uncover there. Do you really want to date an NPC? Because I'm pretty sure that's what you'd be getting here. This OP says, he one-upped me. Hey, I'm writing an article about the finer things in life. Do you mind if I interview you? Laughing emojis and sunglasses emoji. From where I'm sitting, it sounds like you're missing an opportunity to make it an autobiography. Winky face. Now that is some fine one-upsmanship, I'll tell you that much. I can only hope that this is truly a match. They seem like they're on the same wavelength. He knows what an autobiography is, which I guess, a lot of people do, but also you'd be surprised. So he says, is this valid? A boundary of mine is the JJ's off limit to lame dudes. What about that booty hole though?
Girl, that's a booty hole.
Don't. You can't take it back. It's fine. Shot in the dark. Maybe it hits. And if it hits, then maybe so do I. It's nasty, bro. Not for me. But you're free to do as you like. This OP says, I can't anymore. Oh, but you will. Do you have any upcoming concert tickets that you're excited for? Hi, sup. Little cart before the horse, but okay. Sadly, no, I don't. I wish I did. Do you? Huh? You asked if I had any upcoming concert tickets I'm excited for? So I answered and then asked if you did. Huh? Never mind. I'm pretty sure I'm talking to just a literal vegetable on the other end. Text-to-speech is just sending all the haws, but it's not actually him vocalizing, it's just the sound that he makes when the ventilator makes him exhale. It's really dark. This OP says, judge my bio. Pocket boyfriend, with an incredible 5 feet and 2 inches. I'm here to revolutionize your height preferences. Everything a boyfriend has to offer in the palm of your hand. Tired of not having enough space in bed? I barely take half of it. Miss sleeping with your teddy bear? I'm warm and cozy. Tired of being crushed when the guy lies on you? I weigh a meager 130 pounds. All of this is now just one swipe away. Nowadays, the trend is to be a minimalist. Well, we are turning what most people would see as a negative into a selling point. Whether it works or not, I can't really say. But definitely an A for effort, points for creativity, something like that. This OP says, what do you do? Eye roll emoji, laughing emoji. You and Blake matched. Hey, great. Blake lifts weights, and that almost rhymes. Scenario. You reach down seductively. I guide your hand to my zipper. You unzip my fanny pack by mistake. Ravioli spill out everywhere. What do you do? I bring out my pocket spaghetti, I guess. What do you want? Your name is no longer Blake, it is Sir Sam, the Ravioli Knight. Sponsored by Chef Boyardee. Not really, though. Y'all trying to sponsor some more ReddX videos? $300. I'll advertise whatever you want. I don't read scripts, though. It's gotta be off the cuff, like everything else. Maybe that's why we don't get too many sponsorships around here. I'm looking for someone to pay my bills.
Not gonna happen! No, not gonna happen!
This OP says, that's how to lock in a second date. My dog has been waiting by the door since you left. And he just crying, laughing emoji. Did you do that like really autistic thing where you're supposed to be interacting with a human, but you interact with a dog instead because it's easier? Because I do that sometimes a little bit. It's either that, or it smelled like bitch in here. He left. He's like, where'd the other one go? Hey, dude, I'm coming out the gate hot for no reason. Although what's happened, we're just slamming people left and right. Congrats on your second date. Such a pleasant exchange. I'm really nervous about the election. Aha. How about you? And she says, aha. Which way are you hoping? Who cares? To believe in it at all is a farce, and if you vote, then you're just consenting. I dream about the day when an election gets 1,000 votes, and then they continue to parade it around like it's totally a real thing. The fact that you even brought it up is ridiculous to me. It tells me that we are not compatible human beings. Although if I did have to lean one way in the lesser of two evils, it's Trump all day. He pisses off all the right people. And this guy says, yeah, I'm voting Trump. I'm from Pennsylvania. And she says, ah, fair enough. Yeah, end of the world. Ah, ha, ha. I'm so sad. Ah, ha, ha. Well, I guess there's a good reason why you try to keep current politics as like the central tenet of your personality, because everything surrounding that is just horrible to look at. Like, she clearly checked out as soon as you said Trump, and you're still gonna go and pull your whole ass out. I guess he doesn't have a lot of options. Oh, well, so, what are you looking for? She says nothing. I'm only looking for that little hole, maybe a tight one down there. If it ain't tight, we can do butt stuff, though, but you'll have to shower.
Try to relax your aim.
Yeah, he's definitely not going to shower, but you have to. I'm not sure if this is a bit of light trolling, but really it doesn't even count because it's got the subtext of unless. I said all this stuff is a joke, unless. Maybe he's not even that deep. Sub 80 IQ, doesn't understand sarcasm. And that's leaving politics out of the whole thing. He behaves like a mouth breather. He can't read the room. I'm very concerned that we allow people like this to vote. But at least he's got standards, you know? Trump and butt stuff, but only if you showered.
Did you wash your ass today?
Good, yeah. That's a line. Make sure you hold it. This guy says, I guess I found a queen. That's cool. So I wanted to confirm, what time are we meeting on Sunday? And she said, I see you're in plays. 7:30 works. Would you mind meeting somewhere to grab dinner instead of coffee? It will be after work and I'll be really hungry. Since dinner is more of an investment than coffee, I can pay for my dinner if that works. Yes, those are some fairly regal vibes that I'm picking up there, OP. But maybe we're mashing on the gas a little bit early. Maybe we should temper our expectations a little bit until we actually sit down and have the dinner. Expectation is the mother of disappointment, after all, and you might get all up in your head about it, and then you're not able to do it, so, you know, just treat it like a normal human being. Let's not put anybody up on a pedestal, at least not quite yet. You gotta put your time in, you know? My wife's put her time in, for sure. But it shouldn't start out that way. That's just simpery. Anyway, moving on. This OP had a Tinder success. Oh, look at that. Third date and then the wedding? Alright, let's have a look there. Sort of disparate styles, if I'm honest, but they are both good-looking people. I don't know where the hell the third date's supposed to be, but it's somewhere clashy with a lot of mirrors. Or at least two mirrors facing each other. Okay, so let's see the wedding. Oh, man. Yes, I'll be the Maharaja. It's giving me some colonial vibes, I don't know. Is it wrong to say that? Yeah, you guys both look really good. I hate the mustache for you, just saying. But it does seem like you're a pair of interesting souls, and it will last for at least as long as it lasts. Sometimes it could last pretty long, you know? Me and my wife met online. I'm not gonna say it can't happen. Sometimes you do just vibe with somebody in that way, and they do have similar vibes. Or at the very least, matching opposite vibes as based on their, you know, outfits in the first picture. He's the grounded, ordered nerd that can tame her fiery heart, don't you see? But still, it's giving colonial. Very colonizer-pilled. Oh, god damn it. We're gonna do pump the brakes. Somebody's gonna get real mad at some point. Anyway, this vexes me, says this OP. How are you? And he says, I'm doing alright, watching some House. How are you? I love that show. Could be better, I'm sick, so... And he says, well, it's probably not lupus, at least. Which is a House reference, as anybody who actually watched House would know. She didn't watch House. She says, what are you talking about? I'm talking about the thing that we were just talking about. The thing you said you enjoyed. OP says, your illness, it's never lupus.
And she says, the fuck are you on about? I was referring to the fact that I have a flu, and actually I have an autoimmune disorder. Whoops. Just overly sensitive about that, are ya? I refuse to sit you down and explain how this is like House, because you claim to see the show. But just know that you are lying about the show. You're probably lying about having lupus. No sympathy from me. Moving on. Genuinely bewildered. I'm 5'7". I'm 6'4". Okay. I'm confused why you told me your height. I don't know. Night. What the fuck is going on?
What the hell are you talking about? Who are you talking to?
You gave her exactly the correct response. As an opener, it's really cringe and weird, and I ain't gonna fuck with that. That's the kind of girl that just always pulls you into the middle of her stream of consciousness. Like out of nowhere, she just looks over at you and asks, what are your opinions on Egyptian cotton? As if I had any opinions to begin with. If I'd known there was gonna be a fucking pop quiz today, I would have prepared for it. But no, I What are you thinking about that you're bringing up Egyptian cotton? And she'll never tell you. It's so frustrating. It's only a frustrating step away from the girls who get mad at you for cheating in their dreams. I did marry one, though. I like when she's jealous. Anyway, I tried.
Bobby?
No.
Damn. Can I try again?
Yes, you get one retry.
Suffocate me with your thighs!
Nope.
Fuck, that's all I got.
Ah, yes. Just what every young woman dreams of when she gets onto a dating app. I know it's a long shot, but I'll find my Mr. Right. My Mr. Right has to be a porn-addled, semi-schizophrenic. Cool, there you go. He's waiting out there, ladies. I showed his username already. Get at him before it's too late. Ew. Absolutely dumbfounded. Perfect. I won't shut up about Titanic, Lusitania, warships, ancient Egypt, rocks, minerals, fossils, geology, classic rock, and the Oxford comma. And OP asks, the Lusitania? And she says, yes. And he says, I'm dying to know about it. And she says, Google it. Huh? He says, I've never had so much whiplash in my life. Yeah, maybe I just don't feel like talking about that today. It's more of a rocks type of day.
They're minerals. Jesus, Marie, I got some geodes coming that are very delicate, all right?
Truth is, she don't know shit about the Lusitania either. She just doesn't want to be wrong about it. She scrolled one Instagram reel where they talked about it and said, hey, the government's bad, they did this. But it's actually never been proven that the government was connected to it, and Germany declared open naval warfare around Britain, so yeah, the Lusitania was a British ocean liner. Got sunk by a German sub. 1,100 people lost their lives, I think. That's basically all I know about it. Honestly, there's not much more to know. She could have summarized it pretty easy. She's just not that interested. I'm sorry, friend. She's not that into you. Unless you listen to Pink Floyd, because that's all the classic rock that I know. I listened to Dark Side of the Moon one time, and I was like, oh my god, my life has changed now. And weirdly, nothing changed. Anyway, she seems like a bitch. Let it go. Who cares? Maybe she's a dumb girl trying to act smart. Maybe she's a legitimately smart girl, but regardless of all of that, yeah, she's a bitch. We only hang on to that. Speaking of things we probably don't need to hang on to, this thread is the average male experience on Hinge Part 2. Should we do Part 1? Probably not. It's mostly the same thing, I'm sure. Inevitably, I am going to go look for it, though. Okay, found it. At least it's mercifully short. Average male experience on Hinge. The way to win me over is buy me food and send me money, heart. Yeah, sure, I'll buy you some food. But first, you got about 20 bucks I can borrow? I'll give it back to you in the form of food. And then, of course, people said, that's not the average male experience. And so OP came back and said, yes, it is. Here's many more. Give me travel tips for ... Yeah, it's like, where do you want to take me? You should leave a comment if you want to buy me flowers. The way to win me over is get me a Lego set. Well, that girl's got a touch of the tism, I can tell you that now. That means you got potential, but maybe too materialistic. A Lego set? It's like $200. I'm looking for free weed. Aren't we all? The best way to ask me out is by starting the conversation. That seems halfway reasonable, I suppose. First round is on me if you pay. What? No. All I ask is that you are funny. That's it. Again, that one seems fairly reasonable as well. Have a sense of humor. It gets you through a lot of shit in life. Anyway, here's some more. The way to win me over is food. Yeah, buy me things. The way to win me over is flowers. I want you to buy me things too. Ladies, relax, relax. We could split this $20. Everybody gets about a nickel each. I'm weirdly attracted to men that are obsessed with me. Yeah, well, she's completely disconnected. Sounds awesome. Super. I want someone who has a sense of humor. That's a good one. I'll brag about you to my friends if you change the oil in my car. What the fuck? Yeah, I'll do it. But you gotta buy the oil, though. It's just users, man. Users everywhere. Is this the average experience? Maybe the comment section can let me know. A lot of people seem really dissatisfied with dating apps, and yeah, it's because of things like this. You have to swipe through 1,000 girls that just want free shit to find the one that's actually looking for a connection. Insanity. The way to win me over is food. Of course. Also, can we please try harder to not have the most boring conversations in existence? Spark my interest and take the initiative, please. Yeah, we're probably not interested in the same shit. I'm really not going to bother trying to pander to you. Do you not have interests of your own that you would like to talk about? It's on me to pick the topic, and when I pick Legos, then all of a sudden everything goes tits up? That's insane. I'm looking for princess treatment, no exceptions. Your parents should have given you the princess treatment. Just auctioned you off to the highest bidder. You're going to live with the sheik in Saudi Arabia so we can strengthen our political bonds. How's that for princess treatment, princess? She doesn't like that one. All I ask is that you actually be funny. Can't do it. Sorry. My simple pleasures. Food. So many hungry bitches out here, dude. What? You don't have food at your house? What's going on? All I ask is that you have a car. Yeah, drive me places. I'm tired of riding the bus. I mean, I'll give you a ride, but ass, cash, or grass. Nobody rides for free. That's what they say. Something that's non-negotiable for me is you gotta be funny. Yeah, you can ask for funny as much as you want. Generally, funny people enjoy other funny people, though. I'm not just here to make you laugh and be your little clown boy. You gotta be my little clown girl, too.
Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah, baby, you make me so...
That's how that works. Now put on the nose. Something, something, something cream pie. Yeah, just fill in the blank, it's fine. I go crazy for funny guys. Oh, you can tell she's funny because she has a funny hat. The hat is what makes people funny. Why am I not just wearing a hat all of the time? It's basically only when I do this voice that I get a hat. Anyway, the way to win me over is be funny. Yeah, funny, food, funny food. Looking for another F? No, funny and food. No fuck, only funny food. Yeah, I got funny food. This is called ants on a log. It's actually a celery stick with peanut butter in it and put raisins on top. Here's a hot dog that I cut into octopus. Is this funny enough food for you? I'll fall for you if you're funny and can dance. Well, 1 out of 2 ain't bad. My love language is words of affirmation, so let's hear it. Yeah, she doesn't care what your love language is. She's actually dumb. That's what they call it when you can't speak, right? Yeah, she's dumb.
You're so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
First round is on me if never. Yeah, I showed up. Doesn't that mean I get free stuff? My most irrational fear, the thought process of men like, oh my God. I mean, it's a two-way street there, lady. The best way to ask me out is by just ask, be bold, and make a solid plan. That's actually not a bad way to do it. You like a man with a plan, do ya? We're gonna go sit behind the 7-Eleven and eat dumpster hot dogs. See, a lot of these ladies say like, oh, I love food, but suddenly you pull out the dumpster hot dogs and they're not even good enough? It's like a few hours old, okay? The skin's a little wrinkly, it's been sitting on the roller for, you know, a while. It's still good, that's good eats. We can go in there and ask for ketchup packets and they'll just give them to us, as many as you want. I mean, I'd go ask for the ketchup packets myself, but I don't want to spoil you too quick, you know? We're living the high life out here. That's so ridiculous. I'm looking for someone to pay my bills.
Not gonna happen! No, not gonna happen!
Like, good luck, I guess. The way to win me over is food. And then at least she has emojis of, like, the types of food, you know? There's not really any good foods on there, like chocolate or hot dogs, but, you know. That's fine. And then when I really think about it, no, it's probably not fine because this is a miserable place for a man in his 20s to be, and I can see why they turn jaded. Like, ideally, we'd develop an algorithm to just zap profiles like this. Hey, you ain't really about it? Get the fuck off the app. But what they're actually trying to do is bolster their number of women because, you know, there are far more dudes out there on a dating app than women. But yeah, what's the true cost? The mental cost of keeping those numbers up, keeping those profiles around. It looks fucking bleak, is what I'm telling you. So, yeah, get all these begging bitches off my timeline or my swipe-o-meter or whatever the hell you kids call it. Anyway, next post. The audacity. Hey, queen, do you think that you'd get rid of your cat for me? And he says, bye. To open like that, to come at me that way? No. We've established nothing. Cat and me, we got that bond. I don't know who the fuck you are, for real. Take a hike. And well done, OP. How about this post? Any takers? I'm looking for somebody who'll let me finger blast them. Why?
Finger blasting is the best.
Why are men so squeamish when I try to finger blast them in the beehole? But when you want to do butt things, I just gotta lay there and be fine with it. Double standards. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a portal for excreting waste, not a human USB port, you degenerate, but... you know, you're looking for what you look for. She probably will find it at some point. She's like the Copernicus of the anus. If that's not a tagline that'll snag you, then I don't know what will. Weird, dude. This OP says, he. When was the last time you had a dirty dream? Last night. Oh, tell me all about it. What happened? I was in the sewers, and then it was dirty. Did you eat a jar of sewer pickles down there?
There's a lot of health benefits to pickles as well.
I wish you'd gotten really weird with it, OP. I wish this could have been a post on r/praying mantis. Sit there and make him listen to the story of how you had to hunt down rats. Describe the crunchy texture of their skull as you bit into it because that's the only thing that you had to eat down there. This is your new sewer-born life. Tell him about how when you tried to sleep and cockroaches would crawl all over your skin. And all the while he's diddling, and perhaps you could condition him into having, well, some really weird proclivities. Not that I, actually encourage any of that, but if you did do it, I'd want to see the research paper. For science. Okay, good joke. Bye! OP says, this guy said he was 19. Beware of cheaters. Gotcha. To be honest, I'm 42 and married. Jesus. Well, that came out of left field, huh? OP says, are you? Is this photo of yourself? And he said, is that okay? I could send you a real pic, but what are you looking for? I'm looking for what I swiped upon, and you are not that. OP says, yeah, sure, a real pic would be good. Why are you on Tinder if you're married? I want to find a cute girl to be friends.
with some benefits.
Gross. OP says, does your wife know? And he says, no. And she says, gotcha. Well, if you're not happy, what's stopping you from splitting up? Yeah, very mature take there.
I love her. I just want a little more. Is that real bad?
Oh no, dude, you're 42. How about you fucking figure it out? But OP says, would she disagree to an open marriage? Oh my god, the fact that we're even, having this conversation. We used to shame the fuck out of people like this, and now people sit around like, no, he needs some help. I don't buy it, bro. Cheating is about the lamest shit that you can do, ever. OP out here trying to play fucking Bumble relationship therapist. It ain't your job. I'm not saying you gotta go run and tell his wife, but you do need to tell this fucking guy off. You need to tell him how it is. You're not going to, are you?
He says, I'm not sure. Can you give me what I need?
See? He's not even listening. You're wasting your time. Are you so desperate for notifications on your phone? Is that what this is? So, you love her, but she isn't sleeping with you enough to meet your needs. Is that right?
Yeah.
I'm really sorry about that, dude. I ain't sorry about shit. She doesn't want to bang you because you're a spineless worm of a human being. You can't even stand up for the things that you want or believe in. If you were a real man with any type of balls, you'd walk in and tell your wife that you're leaving. You're going out for some chunch, and the divorce papers are in the mail. Will it probably destroy her, especially if it comes out of left field? Yeah, but it would destroy her a lot less than letting her discover all of this for herself, right? Grow a dick, dude. And I mean like a man-sized one. Not the little boy pee-pee you got right now. Anyway, little boy says, so you can't help me? And OP says, unfortunately not. I'm not looking for hookups of friends with benefits right now. I'm a happily single woman who's not in a rush to unsingle myself.
Okay.
Well, at least he took no for an answer, I guess. OP continues though, but I want to make sure you don't accidentally sabotage your relationship if you love her. Have you tried therapy or talking about opening the relationship? Cheating isn't the right thing to do. Surely there are better ways for you to get what you want. Okay, so OP, she came in with the soft hand, you know? Much different of an approach than I do, but I'll give it to her. She did what she needed to do. Maybe he'd even be more apt to listen. But yeah, I don't really give a shit about that part. I just like screaming at weirdos. And then he says, consider giving me some chaunch. No strings. I can offer you something. Yeah, he really cares about his relationship with his wife, doesn't he? You're interfacing with a real human being right now. I guess she doesn't say anything, and then he says, okay, I get it. Good luck. And then she says, look, I'm not a toot. But if you want toots, there should be some in place. Not money, lol. Oh? What was it going to be? Mentorship. Oh, God, dude. Yeah, that's weird. He's looking for a dom thing when he doesn't even have his own shit together. Oh, my God. Do not do it ever. OPS, mentorship in what? And he doesn't say anything back. And then the last message is, you're funny, dude, but on a serious note, I'm worried about your wife getting hurt. Yeah, again, he doesn't give a shit about that. That's been made very clear. Perhaps it should have been delivered with a more firm hand, but different strokes for different folks, I guess. The fact you'd engage with somebody like this is just, ugh. I find even the presence of somebody like this disdainful. I'm glad he didn't respond, honestly. OP's got it in her head that she's his fucking therapist now. I don't know what the hell's going on here. I don't sign off on any of it. Call him a freak, tell him he should feel as guilty as hell, and then move on. I ain't got time for this bullshit. Anyway, next post. Hey, I thought y'all would get a kick out of this. Dude creeps in and says, hi, how do I apply for the full-time friends with benefits position? Yeah, I don't think that's a full-time position, personally. You can have lots of friends, and if the thought of that bothers you, then yeah, don't do that. OP says that position's never been open at this company. Full-time boyfriend applications are available for serious inquiries only. In-person interviews are conducted on Saturdays. Thank you for your interest. Yeah, we'll put it in the circular file as soon as you send your resume. That's the trash can. Because, yeah, you know what he's about. You're clearly not about the same thing. He'll probably still try to shoot his shot, but yeah, let's just circumvent any sort of heartache and or time-wasting circular file. This OP says there's always a faster dong. It's right, boy. Fastest dong in the West, cowboy. She says, come cuddle. And he says, you're the perfect size to be little spoon material. And she says, I am indeed. And he says, where are you at? And she says, I'm over here. And he says, that's not far from me. I just need 15 minutes and I can head over. And she says, maybe not tonight. In the span of less than an hour. Maybe she's got somebody else over. Maybe she got cold feet. Like, what am I doing inviting a stranger to my house? Post-nut clarity's kicking in and I regret everything. Yeah, well, you know, just Tinder things, I guess. Ha 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 ha. All right, now roll credits. Fade to black. Tinder Things was filmed in front of a live studio audience. It's just me. I'm the studio audience. I have a whole album in my camera roll filled with Tinder comebacks. I just crapped my pants. Can I get in yours? And she says, I crapped mine too. What do we do now? Shower. It's not bad. You guys are both pretty snappy, huh? I guess that's really what, like, maybe 70-80% of Tinder is. People who just want to be witty on the internet, have some social interaction without having to, you know, actually commit to anything or meet with people. Our last couple here is from Bumble. This OPS, how do I not fumble this? Pretty fucking easy if you get good. He says, you know who else is cute? Me. And you. Wow, that's amazing. Really knocked it out of the park, didn't you? She says, sounds good. I'd say the same. Cute people go on dates together. That's true. I guess we have to go on a date together then, if that's what the rules say. I guess so. Dude, this is cringe. Yeah, I don't think she's that into it. Notice how everything you say is longer than what she says? There are inequities in this relationship already. If you choose to proceed with caution. Who really gives a shit if you fumble? Like, she's so deep and interesting. Whatever. It's fine. Good luck. Good luck. That's it. This OP says, I'm afraid of some strangers. Oh my God. Yes. A unique physical appearance. That's what we'll call it. She's 36. No parents, if you couldn't tell already. I guessed at that. I did. Ambiamorous, partnered, and cohabitating. Yeah, that won't be awkward at all. Inked pincushion. Down to destroy HOAs. Well, I guess we have that one in common. Memes are my love language. Yeah, that's kind of relatable too. Consent is sexy. As if anybody would disagree from that. What the fuck? Immunocompromised, germophobic, prone to injury. How are you germophobic when you got a bunch of fucking open wounds in your face? You know what? Never mind. I'm sure you totally are those things that count as a personality. Bisecting my tongue wasn't enough. I've also got to be germophobic. Wow. What an interesting individual. And I suppose I do mean it, but not in the best way. Last line, 10 out of 10. Tastiest human around. Yeah, I'm gonna press X to doubt on that motherfucker.
Nasty bitch.
You look like you taste like a bag of mildew and ass. No way I put that in my mouth. Nope. Anybody that would decide to, you're well advised to maybe not. Maybe not. I know it's hard out here on Bumble, but come on now. Maybe she's your vibe, I don't know. But for what I'm picking up from just this, yeah, pass. Hard pass! This OP asks, am I the asshole? I think I got lucky to avoid this one. Ooh, let's see, it's a crossover. She says, do you have extra money to date women? And he says, of course. Yeah, that's how it starts out. It's not gonna go well. She says, you're on Bumble, so I guess you have some spare money. There's no such thing as spare money, stupid. Okay, great. And he says, how about you? Do you make extra money to date men? Oh, I see what's going on here. This is one of them lady of the night situations, is it? I don't think it is the pathetic thing. She says, you mean I spend money on men? I put aside some money for dating men? Yeah, or just putting aside any money at all. Not continuing the vapid and surely highfalutin lifestyle that you've entombed yourself with. He says, I mean, are you expecting a man to pay for everything? Or do you sometimes say, I'll take care of us for dinner tonight? I don't mind paying for a 6-foot-tall, blue-eyed, super fit, handsome, blonde young boys if I like him. Young boys. Ew. How about a 5'10", brown hair, hazel eyes, overweight, older man? I don't even know why you're putting yourself through this, dude. Like, you know what she's after. Just walk away. And she says, I don't know, I'd pay if it's the guy's birthday or something. If I get a promotion at work, we're celebrating it. Would you pay for the dinner, or do you expect me to pay for it? I mean, you're the one that just got a promotion, ain't you? Yeah, nice. Opie says, I would pay for that. I normally pay for most things when I go out with my date/girlfriend, but at the same time, it should not be the expectation that I will have to pay. I believe in trying to be equal partners. I mean, as an example, if I made $100 a day and she makes $20 a day, then maybe I pay 80% of our stuff together and she pays 20. I buy dinner, she buys us coffee or something. Oh, wow. If I make more than you, for example, $200 a day, you make 100. Do you expect I pay 66% and you pay 33? No, because that will leave 1% of the bill unpaid, so you have to pick up 67%. OP says, not really. I'm a little more traditional than that and believe that the man should generally be the provider, but it's the expectation that bothers me. God, I so get that, dude. So, a different example. If she wants to go out to a $500 per plate dinner place and she decides that she wants to do that every day, well, I'm not going to go broke paying for us every day. If she wants to go that often to the really expensive place, then she's going to need to start paying some of the costs, since I'm fine staying home eating a bag of popcorn, and I don't feel the need to pay all that much. If she's asking to go out to $500 dinners every night, she's been poisoned by Instagram. She doesn't live in the real world. But whatever, she says, I'm the later example, as you mentioned. I go to fine dining quite often. I don't want a partner who doesn't enjoy good food. This is cat food on a plate. They called it liver pate and you sucked it down. They're gonna go buy 300 more cans for 69 cents. And they sell it back to you for $200 each. Ain't you stupid? I like a bag of popcorn too, man.
Guess what I mean? Popcorn!
Nothing better than eating bullshit. Feed me some gummy worms. Opie says, I enjoy good food and I budget for my entertainment, but the budget is smaller when I have to pay for two instead of just myself. Wow, save money for yourself then. No need to date women that will lower your quality of life since money for entertainment is now cut in half. God, how old is she? She really doesn't live in the real world, does she? Like, she was kind of okay at doing the math when it came to paying the bill. But now when we're talking about budgets, she's like, oh my, how could that be possible? Well, because of all the things we just talked about, stupid. He says, I don't mean that I would spend less. More that if I'm paying for two, then my $1,000 gets spent faster. Bro, you got a $1,000 entertainment budget? How about break me off, huh? Sign up on the YouTube or the Patreon memberships. I'd appreciate it. I'm out here doing the thing every day, and I would do it for free, of course, but if you want to break me off a little, I mean, I'd appreciate you. For real, for real. And not just OP, of course. It's an open invitation. Anyway, she says, yes, it spends faster, and you originally have $1,000 to yourself, and now it's cut in half. How sad. I would never want to cut my quality of life in half. Jeez, I don't even know how OP continued on with this one for as long as he has. I'm just the type to generally not waste my time. I sussed you out in a sentence or two, and I think we're done here. But OP, I don't know, maybe he's enjoying the ride, farming some content, but he's putting in way too much effort. Look at this entire page of text that he sent. And she's sending him monosyllabic responses. Okay, here we go. Okay, right. And I don't mind buying for both of us at all. I'm happy to do it, but expecting to continue going out 10 days a week is not realistic if you're expecting me to pay for everything. I'm one of those people that does pay most or all of the time, but it's always nice for her to say, I got it this time, every now and then. That's all she says is What the fuck supposed to mean? He continues, I don't expect it, but I just like that she appreciates that I buy dinner. It's always appreciated that she feels comfortable enough to say, my turn. If you're married and you're both putting money in the bank, you're both paying for dinner all the time, so why should it be any different when dating? Well, you haven't signed a legal contract yet, for one. But no, I get you, I'm all about it. Me and my wife, we split everything. I get it, I give it to her. House has everything that it needs. I get a little bit of funny money. She gets her little bit of funny money, and we figure it out until the next month. I don't know if it's the play to make when you're just dating somebody, but yeah, that's a proposition, I suppose. She just says, I would want a joint account. Bitch, who are you? How long have you been talking to her? And she's just all about the money. There's not a thing in this world that could make me turn away quicker. She says, and just put some money after getting married, because the max I'd contribute is $800 to $1,000. Rest responsibility should be man. And I will spend the rest on my family or myself. Well, this doesn't seem like an equal partnership at all. I deny your offer. I repudiate you for even sullying my desk with this piece of shit. It's an insult to every offer that I've ever received to call this an offer. Now take it and get the fuck out of my face. That's how we handle this one. But OP, I don't know, man. Too nice for his own good is what's going on. He says, right, but you're both using money from the joint account for dinner, going to the movies, whatever. Yeah, the money into the account ratio might be different depending on income, but the outgoing is based on ratio. If she puts in 40 and he puts in 60, making 100, the cost of the dinner is 40. She technically paid 16 and he paid 24, or if she makes more and 60 is his 40, then the same still applies. Dude, this is hella confusing. What the hell are you even talking about? Are you actually going to keep track of all that shit? Nah, man. It's all fake. It's stupid fiat currency anyway. Throw it into the wind, burn it. Doesn't mean anything. He says, sure, when dating, the guy often pays most of the time. She says, lol. And that's after joint account and the 60-40 above comes into play. Yeah, it's 60-40. It's not 50-50. The fact that you're entertaining this bullshit at all is just... I don't have the words. She said, that's basically going Dutch. Yeah, 20% swing. What the fuck is that? OP says, it's the expectation that bothers me, that the man must. Why women should get married then? There's not much benefit to getting married. It only drags women down. I mean, I think a lot of men out there feel the same way. But the truth is, you know, aside from the tax breaks and whatnot, there's nothing like spending your entire life with another person, really knowing each other inside and out, you know? This woman is too self-absorbed to ever even realize that people exist outside of herself, let alone getting into a relationship with one and treating them like a human being. Anyway, OP says, love? Family? What is love? Family for? You mean having kids? And he says, yeah? Then it's more ridiculous if kids come into the picture. Why would a woman do that, paying 40% of everything? Pregnancy destroys women. Too much stress. Do men have love? Yes, I sacrifice every single day for the woman that I love. Thank you. As far as going and paying 40% of everything is concerned, I mean, that sounds like a pretty good deal. Considering right now you're paying for 100% of everything, but yeah, we got our standards. They're not unreasonable. What are you talking about? I'm a hot ticket commodity. Okay, then why are you still out here on dating apps? Uh-oh, we don't want to talk about that, do we? OP says, so let me understand your position. You think that 100% of a man's money is for both of them, and 100% of a woman's money is for her only. Yes. Female dating strategy vibes. So then does the man own the woman? Now you can tell. OP's getting a little ticked off here. I love to see it. The slow slide. And she says, no. And he said, so what's the point of paying for everything then? What does he get in return? Have a woman by his side. That's a privilege. I mean, it is. But in that case, I would be looking for an actual woman, not a blood-sucking succubus. And LP says she gets a man by her side. That's a privilege as well. Why shouldn't she have to pay for that? Not all men deserve to have a woman by his side. Law of evolution. Oh, hey, she brought in the law of evolution, everybody. It's not a theory anymore. It's just been set in stone. OP says, law of evolution. Woman wants to be independent and make her own money and not be owned by a man, but still expects the man to do all the work and pay for everything. That's not evolution. Then she sends a gif of Kamala thinking, or I think it's an SNL actor playing Kamala, which is why the thinking looks so real. OP says, if you want independence and not to be owned as property, that was in the 1700s, when a woman could not work or make money and was considered a man's property. Evolution for her to be independent and make her own money means that she also needs to start sharing some of the burdens that the man used to carry alone. You okay? He's not. He thinks he's gonna talk you around on this, but really, everybody's wasting their fucking time here. Especially me. And he says, I'm fine, smiley face, but I am trying to understand what your perception is related to what being partners means, because his money's hers and her money is hers, not partnership. It's a bit of a turnoff to continue this conversation. And he said, I agree. She says, good. I am shocked that this conversation went on as long as it did, honestly. Truly, you knew what it was about you had to know. Didn't you? You thought you were going to talk her around? God, here we go, diving down again into the shallowest end of the gene pool. We find this gold-digging personality vacuum of a raisin, which some might call a woman. Picture, if you dare, a human being so utterly devoid of anything resembling character, so washed up that her life's mission is to hook a man with more cash than common sense. Thankfully, OP was not that. This isn't just gold digging. It's an excavation for the delusional, where she's reaching for treasure inside of what is essentially a landfill, ergo every dating app ever. She parades around, a living, breathing cliche, with standards for men that soar like an eagle, while her own self-worth in actuality crawls around like a slug. Her idea of personality, well, it's as fake as everything else, slapped on like cheap makeup only to smear off with the slightest bit of rain, or, more fittingly, the first splash of reality. She's not just playing the game, she's cheating at it. But she is at least cheating with such transparent desperation that it's like watching somebody fail at solitaire. So here's to you, you monument to mediocrity, chasing stars while anchored to the earth by your own pathetic nothingness. But seriously, honestly, good luck out there, though. There's somebody for everybody. I missed this. I'm glad we could do this again. Thanks for joining me, friends. If you'd like to sign up on the Patreon, the YouTube memberships, I plugged it before, but I'll plug it again. I also want to plug my fourth wall. Hey, got some shirts going up there pretty shortly. Keep your eyes peeled. You can also like, comment, subscribe, share the video around. I'd appreciate that a heck of a lot. Of course, if you don't want to do any of these things, if you hated the video, you can dislike it. I already got your watch time. It's fine. The only thing you could do even better is, try another one. And then another one after that. The YouTube algorithm loves it, dude. So I don't know. Help me out, maybe. Either way, it's fine. You do what you want to do. You live your life. And while you're living your life, I want you to remember that you are loved, you are worthy, you definitely deserve it, and I shall see you in the next one, friends. So until then, bye-bye.